Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, everybody? If you can hear me on YouTube, we're having some technical difficulties, but just hang out. Just hang out. Hopefully you can hear me. Everybody on TikTok, just hang out as well. We're gotta see what's up with this. YouTube's totally freaking out and freezing on me. Let's see. I'm like totally stuck right now. Let's see. Hopefully it comes back here in a sec. Johnny Schultz or Ferguson. I'll go Ferg, Jason, Darnold, or Nix. I'm playing against JSN. Going Darnold. Lee, Harvey, or Flowers. Going Flowers. Michael, what's the scoring system for your league? We got 10 offensive starters, 9 IDP starters, and then it's QB premium and tight end premium. And on YouTube, can anybody hear me? I think I'm fully I think I'm fully in the matrix right now. Can anybody hear me? This is so annoying. Why does it happen? Like, why does it freeze right when I'm coming on live? Like, not minutes after. Nothing has to happen right when I'm going live. What the hell? Yeah, I got to do a full reboot on my computer, man. It's just getting annoying now. And Jason, trade Jennings for Wandale? Probably. I mean, I'm not super excited about either one that much either way. And dude, this is so stupid with dude, this sucks. All right. And it happens right when I'm going live. It's so annoying. Literally like the worst feeling to me. Yeah, Nate, so what the fuck are your guys' settings? It's a super deep dynasty league, bro, is what it is. 17 or 19 total starters. All right. I think we're moving. And Giannis says Pearsall, Hunt, Walker at the flex. I'm going Ricky P. All right, I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to clear up what the hell is going on right now. But shout out to Big Bando. Let's roll up. Cause yeah, whole shit is freaking out right now. It's so annoying. Sorry, guys. Everything's working fine on TikTok right now because I'm on my phone. I'm clearing all the cache and everything. So if you can hear me, I'm here. I'm trying. We're trying. Raider Jack, would you drop Christian Watson for Terry McLaurin? Probably. I mean, Christian Watson's kind of been nothing. I mean, Terry's been like, completely nothing though. Hey, Corey, what up? What up? Stranger, shout out to the Houday Nation. Thanks for reminding everybody to wipe their feet. Hit that like button wherever you are. Wherever you are, hit that like button. Corey said Caleb, Dak, or Tua. I'm leaning Dak. Corey said Sutton, Malik. Sutton, Malik, Ricky P, Calvin, start 2. I think I'm going Ricky P and Calvin. It's tough, man. And Corey, Stafford or Rodgers. I'm going Stafford. It's close, so. And of course, I know it's ugly, but start 1, Jonnu, Fryermuth, Parkinson, Fant, Leveling, Komet. I'll go Jonnu with the matchup. Shout out to Albert. Big Bando. So rank these 4: Ridley, Knox, Singletary, Knight. For this week, Knox, Ridley, Singletary, Knight. And shout out to Scott, Calvin, Debo, Jameson. I'm going J-Mo. Okay, we better now. We better now. Is the video back? dude, that's so annoying, man. Computer maintenance, man. It's annoying. running some stuff in the background. This might freeze me up for a second, but it'll be better in the long term. I should have did this before I started. Shout out to Phil. Shout out to Alex in the house. Shout out to Uncle Buck. Johnny, Zach Ertz or Freiermuth? Ertz, but I'm not excited about it. And nice. Bando said 9-1 in my main dynasty. Dope. Parker Washington, Pearsall, Micah Wilson for Aldo. I'm leaning Ricky P. All right. TikTok. Balling like Stalin. Stalin, whatever. Start BTJ or Lockett this week. I'm starting BTJ, but you better be paying attention on Sunday because there's still no guarantee that BTJ is playing. And Mr. Nice Guy, Stafford or Flacco? Leaning Flacco. Ho Josh. Start 2, Henry, AJ Brown, ETN, Rummy Roma Dunze. Gone Derrick Henry and ETN. Rogelio, Caleb or Mahomes? I'm leaning Mahomes. I know it's a tough matchup. Denver is a little beat up this week. And is that Ferris, Darnold or JJ? Leaning Darnold, but it's close. Hyuga Clan, BTJ, Moore, Judy. I'm leaning BTJ, but you better be paying attention. Moore would be my second choice there. Mr. Nice Guy said Flacco's my lean. I just can't decide. I feel you, bro, and I know that like we're getting a little bit of news that like the weather might not be the best, but I'm still rocking Flacco, bro. And Corey said Zach Allen or Leonard Williams. That one's kind of tough, bro. I'm gonna go Zach Allen. And Corey start 1, Ertz and Joku, Kelsey, Jonnu. I'm going to go Kelsey. I know, like, on paper, it's not that good, but, like, nobody else is that good in this option here. Alex Edmond, a survival pool. 42 players. Ooh, it's down to 4. There we go. And I'm one of them. Need your guaranteed winner tomorrow. You just remember, there is no guaranteed winner. I could lie and say that here's my locks of the week and all that, but I got you, bro. So it's between these. The Texans, Falcons, Dolphins, Bears, Chargers, Niners. Ooh. Chargers are out. I don't want them on the East Coast in the early game. Texans are probably the one, bro. I mean, they're on the road. That's the one thing that kind of sucks. I do like the Falcons over Carolina because the Falcons defense has been pretty good. Yeah, Joe said Texans is a lock. I mean, probably over the Titans. The Titans are just absolute dog shit. That's the main thing that I'd be going when you have all these matchups that like none are great. I'd be looking for the team that's dog shit on the opposite side. And out of all these teams, I would say very, very dog shit. Oh shit. Hold on. I will be back in I'll be back in like 60 seconds. Just had a delivery and I got to go get it off the porch. Hey, what up, Devo? So I got I'm gonna play the 420 Hustler song real quick. And where the hell is it? Here it is. And I'll be back in like 60 seconds. 420. Everybody on TikTok, same thing. I'll be right back. AS, make sure you follow Wilson or Tez. Going Tez.
We roast your lineup straight out of Vegas. 420 crew. Let's get elevated. Yeah, roll that blunt, light that screen. It's the 420 crew, fantasy football supreme. The 420 hustler, every line full blown. Alex the hustler, turn the mic to a throne. Yeah, every 4 ball, straight out of Vegas. Name is Alex the Don, fantasy hustler. Drafted till dawn, Patreon popping. The crew runs deep, savages grind. No time for sleep. Dynasty redraft, Superflex, best ball, IDP tournaments. Yeah, we run them all. 420 network, living out the dreams. Smoke sessions live, YouTube streams. Waiver wire rip, start sit, no delay. Grind never stops, that's the hustler way. Ricky Williams rolled through, blunt in his hand, talking Heisman runs in that South Beach.
All right, here we go back.
It's the 420 hustler, motherfucker.
It was I got a TV Black Friday TV. It's only $128 for like a 50-inch. Had to do it, man. I think I bought a 32-inch for like $100, like I don't know, before the season started. And Ad said, why the hell your league score so much, bruh? Well, it's because it ain't one of those default regular leagues, I'll tell you that much. But we got 10 offensive starters, 9 IDP starters. That's one of the big reasons. It's a deep dynasty. We also got it's QB premium and tight end premium as well. Let's see. Corey, start 2 Superflex, 2 a Stafford Purdy. Stafford's in. I think I'd go Purdy over Tua. Good matchups for those two guys. Alex, I like the Texans, Falcons, and Niners. Yeah, I mean Texans and Falcons would be where I would be leaning. Yes. Joe said number 1 defense versus a 32 offense, right? Yeah, Texans would be my first choice for sure. That would be my first choice for sure. And Corey, bench 1 out of White, Vidal, Ertz, Theo, ETN. Ertz, man. TikTok. Cameron, Wilson or Dubs? I'm going Wilson. Munchies, Vidal or Chase Brown? I'm going Chase. Dom, Allen or Mahomes rest of the season? Give me more context. Like, why are you choosing between one of those two for the rest of the season? TikToker, what up? Start 3, DK, Debo, Wandale, Allen, Trey Tucker. I'm going DK, Wandale, and Allen. Gavin, JT, and Franklin for A-Chain and Waddle. No. Nick, I traded Tracy and QJ for Aaron Jones. Winner loss. That's probably a win. Got to stay healthy, though. That's his issue. Salvi, Allen or Jennings? Leaning Allen. So, Dom, thanks for re-putting that question in because I forget the question. It said Allen Mahomes rest of the season, got offered Mahomes for Allen. I get Mahomes. I mean, it's a really tough schedule for Mahomes, but I mean, just the way that he's been looking, I'd probably want Mahomes over Allen. I don't like doing trades like that, though, because, man, I mean, it's just the more trades you make, it's like variable change, and variable change can fuck you up. And Mikey said, why are your points so high, broski? So it's because we have 19 total starters, 10 offense, and 9 IDP starters. And then it's a super deep dynasty. It's also QB premium and tight end premium scoring. Super dope league. Super dope league. And Corey said, is Devontae Adams an auto start? Yeah, Devontae Adams is an auto start for me. Like him and Puka, like the target market share that they get compared to everybody else in the league is just unreal. And Mikey said, wow, sounds fun, dude. It's super fun. If anybody's interested in joining leagues like that are just outside of the norm of like, you know, your home leagues, your work leagues, like trust me, I have so many leagues that people just absolutely fall in love with. I've been addicted to fantasy for like damn near 20 years, more than 20 years. Well, almost 20 years. 2006 is the first year that I started. But yeah, go to 420crew.com. That'll get you to my Patreon. You can sign up for free, and then you can be in the loop of all the leagues and everything starting. Angel, Otten, Ertz, Theo at tight end. I'm going Theo. YRN, Dak or Stafford, going Stafford. Good matchups both ways. Emiliana, Keenan Allen or Williams. If you're talking about Jameson Williams, I'm going Jameson Williams. Very close, though. And Gerard, Sharbs or DeMarcado? I'm going Sharbs. Edwin, what do you think about AJ? I mean, I'm disappointed in him, but I feel like in a matchup like this, you got to start him. And YX, T. Higgins or Metcalf for my flex. They play each other. Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going DK on this one. The Bengals just been a little bit of a better matchup for the wide receivers, and a lot of it is because they have no pass rush at all. Dustin, Tez or Dubs? I'm going Tez. YRN, Theo or Brock? I'm not sitting Brock Bowers for Theo. I'd sit him for Gadsden, though. Javo, Kamara, and D. Smith for Nico. Did I win? I think so. Smith has been a little bit better than we thought of him at the beginning of the season, though. And Crispy said, trade AJ for Worthy in a third, long shot making the playoffs. I feel like I'd want more of him. I feel like I'd want a second or a first in addition to Worthy, because Worthy has been pretty disappointing whenever Rice is there, and I don't think that's going to change. Angel, Keenan, Trey Tucker, BTJ at the flex. I'm going to say BTJ, but I would make sure that you are paying attention on Sunday, and I would Keenan Allen will be my swap in. And Mo the Tech, Ricky P or Troy Franklin. I'm going Ricky P. Alex K, Lamar, Flacco. I'm going Flacco. Tino, Stafford or Flacco. I'm going Flacco, but it's close. And Mikey, bro, you think I can win with two amazing receivers, one amazing running back, and an amazing tight end, two okay QBs, and no RB2? Well, I've done it before. Like, you have to be hitting the waivers for that RB2, and you got to be on it. And what Tomlin said, come reunite with Aaron, guys. What are you talking about? You talking about the Steelers? Aaron Rodgers? Joe said, sit one out of Mike Wilson, Judy, J-Mo. I'll sit Judy. Adrian, you think Travion will still be the RB1 once Ramondre comes back? Well, I will tell you, for someone who's been playing fantasy football for damn near 20 years, it has always been an issue figuring out the Patriots backfield. So could he be the RB1? Yes, but I think it's going to be more of a split than people are willing to admit. It's going to be a headache. Trust me. The Patriots backfield is always a headache. And Ben, Javonte Egbuka for Bucky Adunze Dart. I don't want to trade for Dart in a single QB. It's kind of like a waste of a trade. So I guess I'm just going to say no or rework. Johnny, start one. Theo, Worthy, Tucker, Fanning. I guess I'll go Theo, but it's because all these options kind of suck this week, man. Just, blah matchups. And, I know it's a bye week, so it is what it is. Mikey, bro, I got Rashad, Pacheco, Tyrone, but Bucky's coming back. Yeah, you're good, man. If you got the Rashad White Bucky tandem, I mean, that's your RB2. Like I've seen worse RB2s, trust me. And Billy, Judkins or Vidal? Leaning Judkins. And Bray, Igbuka or Judkins? Leaning Igbuka, but it's pretty close. Hey, shout out to Brazil who made it to TikTok. What up, brother? And Mikey, RB1, CMC. Oh, yeah, see, when you got CMC at RB1, it's almost like your RB2 could be a little bit whack and you feel good about yourself still. RTW, Parker Washington, start only if BTJ is out or start anyways? Well, he hasn't really practiced all week, so I feel like Parker Washington is still a decent start, even if BTJ starts. Obviously, if BTJ starts, that makes me a little bit more nervous on Washington. More of a, I would say, decent flex option than a wide receiver 2. I feel like if BTJ doesn't play, he's more like wide receiver 2 status. And Tomas, Ertz, Fanning, Otten. I don't like any one of these guys this week. I'm going to go Otten. He has like the worst matchup, but at least he's getting a little bit of volume. That's the only thing you might be able to bank on. And Ricardo said points per breath. Man, it's funny. How come the guys who play in the most basic ass leagues, like how come that's their joke, Ricardo? I'm really curious because like I'm assuming you only play in hella basic leagues with hella basic scoring. But why is that the go-to for people? Like, because like there's a lot of like there's other people who say other things, but points per breath is definitely like something that like people who only play in the most casual leagues say. And I'm very curious why, Ricardo. Can you explain to me why? That's my question for you. And Brad Stock in RB2 hell, Sean Tucker, Hunt, Manning guy. Fuck, yeah, that's horrible. I'll say Manning guy, but yeah, bro, it's bad either way. But I know you know that. Mikey said Ricky P, Clarence Johnston, or Wandale this week for my starters. Over QJ, yeah, for sure. I think I would still start Wandale over Ricky P, but it's pretty close. Ricardo said we start an AJ Brown this week. Well, it depends on who you have. In your regular ass league, probably not. You should have someone better than AJ Brown on your squad. And let me know, why is that the go-to for the regular leagues, like that being like the thing that said? Or as soon as I said that, did you just leave? And we're about to smoke. Oh, well, we're about to do some gardening. Sorry. Yeah, TikTok. I can't use that verbiage. They like to restrict me when I do. And Joe said TikTokers always talking crap. Not everybody. Found some. There's been a lot of cool people recently they're like, bro, why is your scoring so high? And I tell them why. And then they're like, dude, that sounds cool as hell. So, like, I mean, I want it to be a point of emphasis that people ask. It's just funny how, like, weirdos who play in the casual leagues are like, bro, what is that? I've never, ever seen anything like that in my whole life. How is he scoring so high? That's what I assume the retarded TikTok people sound like. Sorry. And if that's not you on TikTok, then I ain't talking about you. Because like I said, had a bunch of cool people coming through also. Binkster, Sell Cook. I guess it depends on what you can get, but I don't like his schedule, that's for sure. User 086, trade Gibbs and Pickens for CMC and McBride. I mean, if you can somehow get that, I'd say yeah, but I don't think there's any chance in hell that unless someone sent that to you, like hopefully they did, and just hit accept. Pat 09, 2 of Kyren, Henry, and Ladd. I think I'm leaning Henry and Ladd. Kyren's just been like so allergic to touchdowns. RTW also got Michael Wilson and Tez as options to start over Parker Washington. Who to start? I think I'm going Parker Washington still, but it is close. That one made me think a little bit more because I kind of like Wilson this week. Not in love with him as a start, but I think he's a decent flex option. And Tez is kind of like one of those long shot like flex options. But if BTJ does play, I might play Tez. But I think even if BTJ plays, I'd still play Parker over Wilson. Yeah. And BXPE, BTJ over Michael Wilson. I'm going to say BTJ for now, but you got to be paying attention because he is still questionable. And Henry, would you rather have Amon-Ra and Otten or Kittle and Judkins for the playoffs? This is a team-specific trade. Amon-Ra is the best in the trade, but if your running backs are kind of weak, I would say it sucks giving up Judkins. And Jack, Rodgers or Love? I'm going Rodgers this week. Fucking Jamie. What up, Jamie, you motherfucker? Why are you acting like a TikToker on YouTube right now? Swift or Henry? It ain't going to be fucking Swift, I'll tell you that much. Dang it. Sorry. TikTok just kicked me all the way down to the bottom like crazy, so re-put in your question if I'm skipping you right now. Daniel said Tez or Flowers. I'm going Flowers, but it's close. Frizzy Fran, Deep League sleeper pick, Calvin Austin or Rome Wilson. I think I'm feeling Austin this week over Wilson. I know Wilson got the touchdown last week, but that was very, very fluky. And let's see, I can't see the name, but start Trey Tucker or Jacoby. I'm going Jacoby. I think Trey Tucker, I know everyone's like super excited like about him, but I really don't think it's going to be good for him most games. And Dofi, DeMarcado or Rodriguez? Ouch, I'm going Rodriguez. Ricky Best, Igbuka, Rice, or Dowdle? Sit one. I'll sit Dowdle. J-Matt, Igbuka or Rice? I'm going Rice. Twitch Knifer, what up? Start 2 out of Judy, Franklin, Michael Wilson, Shaheed. Michael Wilson. I'm going to go Michael Wilson and Judy. I wouldn't watch the Browns game until like fourth quarter, though. And Lucas, Woody or Robertson for the flex? Ooh, I guess I'll go Woody. I can't see the name, but Singletary, Rodriguez, or DeMarcado at the flex. I'm going Rodriguez. Drew, Judkins or Kyren? I'm going Judkins. And Alex said Keenan Allen or Michael Wilson. I'm going Michael Wilson. Shit. I was looking at Mikey's question, but then it just fucking made me go to the bottom. Oh, here it is. Ricky P, JJ, and Juan Dale, or add QJ in there for the starters. I'm keeping it like that. I'm keeping QJ on the side and leaving those 3 in. Figgy Schmo, Baker, Flacco. Sammy, start 2. Lad, Higgins, Addison. I'll go the first 2, Lad and Higgins. And Twitch Knifer, throw a little emoji or something. Let me know if you heard my answer. Ezekiel, thanks for the follow. Make sure you guys follow on Twitch if you're not following yet. I'm usually live every day. I'll be live later. On Saturdays, I usually go live twice a day. Answering questions. And then on Sunday, I'll be live 2 hours before the main slate of games. I will not be live before the early game starts. And yo, Johnny, my bad. Didn't see you jump in, bro. What up? What up? Corey said Ertz or Ingram. Bro, is there anybody else? I hate Ingram so much, even more than I hate Ertz because of those fucking drops last week. Is there anybody else besides Ingram or Ertz? And shout out again to Johnny. Jake, what up? So would you go Judkins or Chase Brown this week, Huss? Judkins in that offense is blah. Yeah, I'm going to start Chase Brown, but it's because, I mean, just their offense is clicking, you know? So like Chase Brown, I feel could flirt with RB1 status on a lot of weeks. I know this is kind of a tougher matchup, but yeah. And let's see, Ezekiel, start 2, White, Judkins, Jamo, and Wilson. Whew. White and Jamo. This one's tough. And Tristan traded Diggs and Cook for Rasheed. Have CMC and Brees as RBs. Did I win? I think that it's very, very close, but I said it a little bit, or I said it yesterday. Like, I would start Rasheed Rice over 95% of the NFL without even thinking. And that definitely includes Diggs. Maybe, you know, it might be a choice depending on who Cook plays. But yeah, man, I think you won that trade. And shout out to Tilt Lock Video on YouTube, throwing down the super chat. What up, bro? Standard scoring, Mayfield or Caleb Williams? I think that I'm leaning Baker. The Bills' defense has not been what, you know, they kind of were in the past. A lot of injuries and shit like that, especially to their secondary. And yeah, Baker's been doing his thing, and they've got they've got at least enough firepower for him to still do his thing. So I think I'm going Baker, but it's close. Definitely closer than I'd like to admit because I'm not a fan of Caleb. All right, TikTok, it just shot me down to the bottom, so leave your questions in again. Tristan said, thoughts on DeMarcado? I don't have a lot of thoughts. I'd be nervous about starting them. Nightmare, Rodgers or JJ? I'm going Rodgers. Jackson, Rico, Warren, Bijan, Genti. Who do I sit? I think you sit Rico this week. Andy, Sutton, or Ricky P? I'm going Ricky P. And Jackson, I believe it's Jackson is how you say it. If you hear anybody who hears my answer on TikTok, leave an emoji or something so I know that you heard. JB, what do you think? I traded Javonte for Brock and Moore. I don't really care for Moore. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would have just rather had Devontae. It's not bad, but I rather would have had Devontae. And hey, shout out to Raven, Tour, Rodgers. I'm going Rodgers. Shout out to Corey, Calvin Austin, or Tez. I'm going Tez, bro. And don't forget, after I answer your question, if you hear me, leave a little emoji there. And on TikTok, come on, man, help me get up to like 2.5 or 3 or 3,000 or 3K for the likes. Let's spam that like button, everybody. We got a lot of people here, and I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can. If you see someone spamming the chat like super crazy, just don't forget, just put in your question after that. Jeremy, Cup going to have a good game for the revenge? I really don't think so. I mean, on paper, he should. But, well, actually, on paper, he shouldn't because Rams are really good at defending his position. And Mikey said, heard why the QJ side for this week. Ricky been hurt. Well, QJ is, Ricky's been hurt, but they kept him out extra time to keep him like fresh. Not to keep him fresh, but they kept him out extra time to get him as close to 100% as possible. Same thing with Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy is all over Ricky P's nuts. Those guys are like bros for life, so that's why. Ladd has been killing it over there for the Chargers. Like now, like Herbert and Ladd are like on the same page, like nobody's business, and QJ's kind of been like a redheaded stepchild. Yeah, I mean. And no, Dortch or Wilson. I'm leaning Wilson. Cole, should I do Bijan for Olave and Judkins? Hell no. No. Gavin Sports Cards, Igbuka and Henderson for Wandale and Genty. I feel like that's so even that I wouldn't even want to do it because you win on one, you lose on one. So I would want to rework that. And Luke M. Ferguson, not in Gadsden, baby. Gadsden. And shout out to Griff for the follow. And Z Schmitty on YouTube. My team, 10-man, Herbert, Bijan, Jacob, CD, Rome, Bowers, Chase Brown, Gadsden, Addison, ECM, Harvey, Ridley, Dart, Mixon. I want to package Rome and someone for a much better number 2. Would you do Rome and Harvey for Mika or something like that? Yeah, but like, here's the thing. Like, you could just throw trades out there like that and kind of just like hope and pray that, they end up hitting. But the thing is like hope and praying has like never been a good process for like making trades or for anything in fantasy football. I would really go scout your league. Really go scout your league and see someone who's on like the outside of the playoffs looking in, and like where that trade could actually help them and that they have something that you want. Like, that's what I would really do. Cause like, it's almost kind of pointless for me to tell you who you should go target because everything is league specific when it comes to who you should target. Cause yeah, should you target Igbuka? Yeah, but I would be even shooting much higher than him if I'm just randomly picking someone to go for. And Corey bench 1, Theo, Tez, Kirk, Ricky P. Kirk's droppable. I would just drop him and pick up somebody else. And let's see. Is that a rabbit? Bunny Rabbit. Start 2. Devonta, Pickens, DK, Waddle. DK, Devonta. And Griff, I traded Dowdle, Waddle, Ferguson, and Kyren for Amon-Ra, Jay Williams, A-Chain, Pittman. Did I win? Dude, what the fuck? You got Amon-Ra and A-Chain. What? And I mean, I know Pittman's on bye, but still, damn, hell yeah, you won, dude. You teabagged whoever that was. And Luke, Henry, Addison, Flowers, or Ricky P at the flex. I'm kind of leaning Henry or Ricky P here, and I think I'm going Henry, but it is really tough both ways. And Chenille, hold on. Shit, kicked me down right after I read your name. Oh, there we go. Chenille, would you start Addison or Flowers or White at the flex? I'm starting White. Peyton, Rogers, Purdy, or Love? I'm leaning Rogers. I can't see the name, but it looks like the dancing emoji. Flacco or Caleb? I'm going Flacco. Vanessa, what up? Rico for Rice. Or keep Rice. Oh, shit. Yeah, don't get rid of Rice. Keep Rice. Do not trade him at all. It's a tough matchup versus Denver, but you're still playing him. J-Matt, Igbuka or Dowdle for the flex? I think I'm going Igbuka this week. And Joe, J-Mo plus Marks plus Harvey for Waddle. No, I think now I know it's not a good matchup for Harvey this week, but I feel like, yeah, I'm holding him and Javo over. I don't know, man. Waddle's got such a good schedule though. I probably would do it. It's a lot, but if I'm going to do a 3-for-1, I want to try to shoot higher than Waddle, though. And Mac G, what up? I want to know if I should drop Brian Thomas Jr. for Alec Pierce. Well, not this week. Like, Alec Pierce is on a bye. Alec Pierce is on a bye plus BTJ. We don't even know if he's going to play this week. So... Okay. Oops. Make sure you guys spam that like button on TikTok. Hit the follow. Answering a shitload of questions here. Everybody just be a little patient because I'm trying. There's so many questions coming in. Vanessa, I'm playing my brother and it's 50-50 projected. I'm conflicted if Kittle or Zay in my flex. I'm going Kittle this week because Brock Purdy's back and Brock Purdy loves Kittle way more than Mac Jones does. And thanks for the follow, Vanessa. Lauren, RJ Harvey or Aaron Jones to start? Ooh, I like RJ Harvey because Dobbins is out, but I think I'm going Aaron Jones because of the matchup. And Sergio, start one on the flex. Gadsden, Tucker, Tracy, DJ Moore. Gadsden, bro. Gadsden's a must start for me this week, even in the flex. But I think Gadsden, like I just feel like I have him at number 1 and McBride at number 2 for this week. I don't think I would start. There's nobody that I would start over Gadsden, including McBride. I'd figure out how to play them both. Vanessa, RJ Harvey or Olave? RJ Harvey. And Derek, Waddle or Nico this week? Ooh, someone asked this earlier. I'm on the Nico side, but it's very close. And Mac G said my league mate dropped Alex, said I know he will pick him back up. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying don't pick him up, but BTJ is the lowest guy on your totem pole. Like, you have nobody that's worse than BTJ that you can there's nobody that you have that you can drop over BTJ. Because here's the thing, Alec Pierce had an amazing matchup this past week, before going on by. He doesn't have like super amazing matchups besides that. Like, well, I mean, in the near future, I mean, he has okay matchups, but JD, Lamar, Stafford. I'm going Stafford. I know it sucks, but Stafford's got a decent matchup. Lamar plays Cleveland. It's tough. Anthony, should I start Harrison? Mevis, kicker, LA for jokes. Dude, I don't even really do much research on kickers. Boss Exotic Snack Shop. Hey, dude, are you one of those? Are you one of the peeps who's selling candy at school? Fanning or Kittle? Leaning Kittle. And Jake, QJ, DK or Shakir? DK this week for sure. And anybody new who hopped in on YouTube, make sure you hit that follow button. Leave those questions. KY, I need a QB help. Must win. Tua, Brissett, Love, Knicks. I'm going Love. Joe said sit one out of Marks, Harvey, Judkins. Probably sitting Marks, but man, he's got a good matchup though. That's the one thing that sucks. But I think I'd rather play Harvey. Z Smitty, how about Drake London? What do you think about Harvey and Rome for Drake London? I like that more. I would keep trying to shoot high though, because I don't think Amon Ra has the best schedule, and I think people might try to be cute and move off of him. I mean, I've seen a lot of Amon Ra. Questions. And hold on one second, everybody. Someone just made a trade. I'm double checking to see who's all paid up here. Because in my leagues, when you trade future picks away, you must pay for them. Well, not pay for them like specifically. You must trade. You must pay the league fees for that year that you're trading away the pick. Cruzy, Schultz or Ertz? Man, neither. If you could pick up Theo, Huxtable, Johnson, I'm doing that. But if it's just those two, I'll go Schultz, but I don't like it, bro. And Brody, Algier or Quentin Johnson at the flex? Kind of leaning Algier, man. Quentin Johnston, I'm just super nervous about him. They got a decent matchup, but he's been kind of the odd man out lately and been so fluky. All right. And this person did pay the league fees. So we are locking that in. This trade, Woody Marks in a first for Penix in a third. And Santiago, Theo or Schultz? I'm going Theo. And let's see. Joey, Loveland or Goddard? Goddard. Big Dizzle. Give CD and Jones for Igbuka and Bijan. Nah. Vero, which three for this week? Woody Marks, Barkley, Kyren, or Chase Brown? Already had Henderson. Nice. You're off to a good start. So high floor is what you need, I feel. Barkley in. Chase Brown in. Kyren in. And Santiago said, why Theo Johnson? Because Ertz sucks. Like, Ertz hasn't been getting any points, and they've been peppering the tight end a little bit more over there. But just remember, I do a shitload of research. Like, I'll answer the why questions, but look at all these questions that are coming in. I really don't have I really don't have the time to answer the why all the time. You want to get the why answer, make sure you throw down some roses, make sure you throw down some of the goats. But, if it's just one rose, that's like 0.00. It's like, I don't know, like 20 fractions of a penny. So you want the good why, throw down some roses or something, but make sure it's double digits or something. Show some love, because I'm here answering questions for absolutely free. Nothing unless you guys support. I'm here just doing all this for free. Cookie trades Swift for Hampton. Not if you need someone to play right now. Brody Pittman for Igbuka. Nah, I'm holding. Curry the GOAT, McBride or Dowdle in the flex. McBride. Ryan said trade Bucky for Waddle. My RB2 would be Monty. No, I'm gonna hold. I want Waddle, but I don't want to trade Bucky. If you're I know he's not playing this week, so I guess it depends. Like, if losing this week is gonna kill your team, I would make the trade, but that's the only case. And it's AJ. Oh shit, kicked me down. Fuck, where is it? Oh, it's AJ. Trade Bowers for Henry. That's a team specific. That's a team specific trade. I don't think that I would do that. I'd want to rework. Quentin, QJ or Sutton, DK, baby. Daniel, Rashad White, Tracy, Wandale, JMO, or BTJ. Rashad White. Dimitri, pick 2. Tez, Jennings, T-Mac, QJ. First 2, Tez and Jennings. Sorry if I mess this up, but Guaton, Theo or Goddard. Ooh. I think I'm going to go Goddard, but it's very close. Genty, or Mike Rogers, sit Genty, Javante, or Chase Brown. I guess I'll sit Javante, but that's kind of, you got three decent players right there with, like 3 decent-ish matchups. I feel like Brown has the worst matchup, though. And Axel or Axes, start 1, Jerry Judy, Ricky P, or Tracy. I'm going Ricky P. And Mac G, I have Ladd, AJ Brown, DK, Diggs outside of BTJ. That's fine, but you shouldn't trade him. Like, you shouldn't drop him for. I know Alec Pierce isn't nothing, but like, you dropping BTJ, you're putting the most valuable player on the waiver wire. Could guarantee it. But if nothing else, for name value. Mikey said McBride giving me 30 again this week. I bet he flirts with it. I think him and Gadsden are guys that are going to be flirting with 25, 30 points for sure. And Mahomes, Dak, or Herbert. I can't see the name, but it looks like just a period. I'm going to say Herbert. And Johnny said I'd probably pay for that Pickens if I needed a QB. Yeah, it wasn't a super overpay. And the first that he traded was actually the dude's first that he made the trade with. Like, he traded for that first once upon a time, and now he sent it back. And Jaden said, what's your scoring system? What up, bro? So it's a super deep dynasty. We got 10 offensive starters, 9 IDP starters, and it's QB premium and tight end premium scoring. It is super dope. Super dope. And I have other leagues like this as well. Some offense-only leagues as well, too. And JoJo, Wandale or Jennings, leaning Wandale. Brooke, start 2. Dubs, Addison, Debo, Otten. I'll go Dubs and Addison. I'm really not excited about most of those guys that you have there. And Pico on YouTube, start Christian Watson or Wilson. I'm going Michael Wilson. Forrest, Marks or ETN, going ETN. Wiz, pick up Ridley or Shaheed. Leaning Ridley for down the stretch. And Kyle, start Jalen Warren over James Cook. I probably would because of the matchup. It's tough, though. It's tough. And Aaron Jones or Trey Benson rest of the season. Why do people want to pick up Trey Benson? Like he wasn't even that good when he was playing. And like, I know that Aaron Jones has kind of sucked here and there, but he's still the starter. And Mackenzie, Mac, return of the Mac. Who do I start? QB, Stafford or Lamar? Man, this is crazy. This is like the 10th time this question got asked. I'm going Stafford. Zay, Higgins or Igbuka? That one's tough. I think I'm going to go Higgins, but it's super close, man. And Saneed, drop one. Shaheed, Sutton, Pearsall. I'll drop Shaheed. I mean, always give me the context on why you need to drop, because I wouldn't want to drop him, but I know that this is for something specific. But and Max said, Mackenzie said, thank you. Yes, appreciate you. Hit that follow if you have not. Hit that follow, everybody, if you have not. Alex, Dubs or Franklin on the flex? Leaning Franklin, but it's close. Mikey, Warren and JMO for JJ. I got offered need RB2 for CMC. No, man, I really don't want to do that. I really don't. I would try to rework that in another way. And Ben said, first fantasy stream I've I've ever seen answer questions. I love it. Can you tell other people about that? Can you tell other people about that? Because that's what I'm trying to do. If you and Alex said that doesn't help. What doesn't help? I said Franklin or Dubs, and I said Franklin. What doesn't help? You can't ask me a question and I give you an answer and you say that doesn't help. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, Benom. I'm not sure how to say it, but make sure you follow. Appreciate you for saying that. Hey, Minnesota Marty, what up? And Johnny, we'll catch you later, bro. So if you need any squares filled, all right. I mean, we always need squares filled. We still got a day and a half, but yeah, appreciate you, Johnny. Have fun at work, bro. And let's see, Alex, should I start Debo, Trey Tucker, or Worthy? Man, I'm gonna say Worthy. It sucks though. Like I'm really not excited about any of these three this week, though. Oh, nice. Benom said you said it correctly. Nice. Thanks for the follow, bro. And yeah, I'm always answering questions. It's a little bit slower on YouTube and Twitch, so if anybody wants to get an answer a little faster than TikTok, sometimes it's tough. Like, look at how many fucking questions are coming in. I'm trying. But thanks for the follow, guys, because I am here and I do try to answer as many questions as possible. I'm also live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook right now. If you go to fantasyfootballhustler.com, you can find like everywhere that I am. And Bo, Jefferson or Rice? Ooh, man, I mean, I'm going to say JJ, but I really don't want to sit Rice. Like, man, you better have some really good options to where you're sitting Rice. Please tell me who those options are. And Anthony said, how are you 16-4? So there's a feature in the Sleeper app that's called Game Against the Median. So you play 2 games per week, one against your head-to-head opponent, and then you play 1 game versus the entire league. This league is a 12-teamer. Top 6 get a win. Top 6 scoring teams in any given week get a win. Bottom 6 scoring teams in any week get a loss. And there's a deep dynasty league, and it kind of just takes out some of the bullshit luck of the schedule. The bad and good luck, it takes away a little bit. And in the beginning, start 2, White, Jones, Wandale. White and Wandale going the WWW crew. And Alaverga, Vidal or Barkley. I'm going Barkley. I'll never start Vidal over Barkley. It would have to be such an insane matchup. Hey, Frazil, what up on YouTube, bro? Hey, thanks for coming through and following on TikTok, brother. And Ollie, start Chase Brown or Rachaad White. Man, that one's tough. I'm going to go Rachaad White, but it's very, very close. And who the hell do you have at your other running back that you can't start both of these guys? Very curious. Daniel said traded Nico for Dowdle. Win. I would have rather wanted Nico, but if you were desperate for a running back, I'm not mad at it. Shark, Gadsden or Ertz? Gadsden, bro. I'm starting Gadsden over everybody this week, including Trey McBride. And if you have Gadsden and Trey McBride, you better be starting both of those guys. Simran, Trey Tucker, Michael Wilson if London's out. Michael Wilson. Mister, would you trade May and Henderson for their bye week on week 14? Probably not. They've been way too good. I would probably just, I'd probably just grab my nuts and jump into the deep end of the pool without those two guys for the 1 week. And Rex, Jamar, Pierce, Harvey for Lamb and Cook. I need a solid RB since I have Chase. Nah, man. Nah, you're giving up way too. You're throwing Jamar way too cheap. Senpai Chowder. What do you think about me starting Jennings or Vidal? I'm not excited about it. I think I would go Vidal, but I'm not excited about it. And Frazil, what up with Dobbins basically out the rest of the season? Who's the real RB you want from Denver? Is it RJ Harvey or Tyler Batty? Well, I mean, of course it's RJ Harvey, but we got to just remember, like, J.K. Dobbins is way more experienced than R.J. Harvey. I mean, I'm not saying J.K. Dobbins is, like, uber more talented than R.J. Harvey, but, like, for the NFL, like, just, between the ears means something. And so I would not expect R.J. Harvey to come in and just ball the fuck out in all the tough matchups. But I feel like he's going to be flex consideration in every single week, no matter what the matchup is. And Anar, Justin Jefferson or Jalen Warren, which one to start? I'm going Justin Jefferson, but man, Jalen Warren's got a fucking got a good game this week. And Benam, who's your top 10 RB you think I can get with Henderson and Pittman as a package? Well, here's what you got to do, bro. First off, I don't want to sell Henderson and Pittman for nothing. Like, they've been really good to you, so don't just get rid of them for nothing. You need to go scout your league, bro. Go scout your league. Like, who you need an RB. So you need to go see who really needs a wide receiver. And that's what I'd be looking for. Someone who needs a wide receiver, and I'd be trying to trade Pittman 1-for-1 for a running back is what I would be trying to do. So you got to go scout your league, bro. Steve-O, Nico, or Higgins? Man, this one's tough. I think I'm going to go Higgins, but man, I really don't want to sit Nico. Like, dude, he's got good. I mean, we saw what he did last week. Judge Davis Mills Lane, man, he does way better with the judge.
Let's get it on.
And it's because the judge is just too stupid to go through progressions. He just goes to the first, to the first guy, which is Nico. We fucking love it. Mikey Cash, Xavier Worthy,
X gon' give it to you.
or Troy Franklin. I think I'm going X.
X gon' give it to you.
And for Zeal, what up? If Drake London's out there, go Parker Washington or Christian Watson. Parker Washington, it ain't even close. Hey, Rick in the house. What up, bro? Let's see. Corey, Monty or Otten in the flex? Monty. Josh, Addison or Woody at the flex? Ooh, I think I'm going Addison, but it's close. Ludwig, Purdy or Flacco? I'm going Flacco, but very close. And Josh, thanks for the follow, bro. Hey, Rodrigo, what up, homie? Thanks for the roses, brother. And dang it, where'd it go? Drop me down. Said, how are you? Said, love Brissett or Darnold. It's not Brissett. It would be between Love and Darnold. And I think I'm going Love because of the matchup. And Steve-O said, okay, good answer. So I bench Buka for Nico and T. Flex is CD. I might. I mean, that's a good problem to have because I do like Igbuka this week. I mean, shit, who doesn't? But it is on paper kind of a little bit of a tougher matchup. And Anar said, can you explain why I start Gadsden over Bowers? Well, I will. But moving forward, you have to know that if you're going to take up time more than a one question answer, you got to throw roses or something. Okay. Or join Patreon where if it's $5 a month and you can get access to me all month in our group chats, or get the $10 a month. You can literally text me whenever you want. But when we're here, it's got to be fast. I just got to explain it. Why do I want Gadsden over Bowers? Because the Jaguars are pretty much one of the worst teams to defend the tight end. Last week, I told everybody that Schultz was my free agent tight end pickup and starter of the week. Look what he did. He teabagged the Jaguars because every tight end is teabagging the Jaguars. So that's why you start Gadsden over anybody this week, including Trey McBride. It's a bold statement, but I will get extra bold with it. And Ryan, Kyren or Tez, please help. I think the higher floor is Kyren, but the higher upside is Tez. So if you think that you are like you need a long shot and more of like an upside play, I'm going Tez. If you look like you're gonna win and you just need a safer play, I'm going Kai Ren. Rendon, what up? Would you trade Bucky for RJ Harvey? No. Joe, my RB room, Jacobs, Judkins, Brees, Harvey, Marks, Benson. Nice. I said wide receiver room, Pittman, J-Mo, Franklin, Judy, Mike Wilson. Not as nice, but serviceable. And the real Tommy, what up? Brissett's been a decent play against the 49ers. He's been on a little bit of a heater last 4 games. I mean, it's solid, but who are they missing, bro? Who are they missing? That's going to make a huge difference. Don't worry. I'll wait. You tell me. Let's see if you know. But everybody should know the key piece that's missing for the Cardinals right now. If you don't, just say it and I'll throw it out there. And it's Marvin Harrison Jr. Spoiler alert. And for Zill, I like Sean Tucker over Keaton Mitchell, but I feel like Browns are going to force the Ravens to use Mitchell more. Yeah, probably. I mean, Brown's got good D, man. You know how it is. And let's see. Brady traded Tet for Quinshawn. Good move. Hell yeah, man, to get Judkins. Yeah, I like Judkins way more than Tet. And Athletics, Pat or Loveland. I'll go Pat, but I don't like either one this week. Yeah, Brazil said key piece of the Cardinals, Kyler Murray. Woo! No, it's not. And Zek, AJ Brown or T Higgins. I'm going T, but it's closer this week than it would have been in previous weeks. Maddox, Ricky P, or Parker Washington. I think I'm going Ricky P, but it's close. Rodrigo, thanks for the what's it called? The rose, my brother. Vidal, Keenan Allen, or Parker Washington as a flex. I'm leaning Parker. And Dago, what up? Franklin or Debo? I'm going Franklin. And let's see. Nikon, Manning guy, Spears, or JCM? I'm going to need to smoke a bowl for that answer. I'm going to say Manning guy, though. I'm going to say Manning guy. And everybody, if you, and Dago, is that, what's the Dago represent? Does that represent San Diego by any chance? And make sure you guys spam that like button, guys. I've been here for over an hour. I probably answered more questions on this TikTok session than most of these fantasy football TikTokers answer in way longer sessions than that. So spam that like button, guys. Come on, hit that like button. I'm going to be here answering more questions. And if I don't answer your question in a couple minutes, just wait longer and throw it back in, but don't spam the chat like a million times because that just fucks it up for everybody. But I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can. Just everybody be a little patient, okay? Spam that like button while we do a little bit of gardening here. And the real Tommy said Philly lower Dago. Wait, what? And Patty trade away Igbuka for Rome. Igbuka and Rome for JJ and Harvey. I'm going to say hold. Ryan said Kai Renner does. Did you not hear me when I said it earlier? I said you're picking Kai Ren if you need a safer play. You're playing Tez if you're kind of the underdog and you need a more high-end play. Shout out to Dad, who said Tez or Washington. I'm leaning Washington, but very close. And Ryan said, my bad. It's all good. Just want to make sure you heard it, bro. Because I don't want to be a dick. Like, I hope people don't realize I'm a dick if I'm like, hey, did you hear my fucking answer? Not trying to be a dick. I just want to make sure everybody hears because I want everybody to hear the answer and win their fucking leagues. And Rendon, Gibbs, Waddle, Chase for B. Robinson, AJ Brown, Brian Thomas. What? No. And Dad said gardening. Hey. You have to use that terminology on TikTok, or they cut you off and restrict. And I'm not trying to get restricted. Roger said, who's your defense? Are you talking about on the screenshot that you see? Because I have 9 defensive players, or are you just talking about in general? And Zeus, ETN, or Aaron Jones? Ooh, I'm leaning Aaron Jones, but it's close. Mewad. Who would you trade? Nico and Woody for Pickens and Sutton. No, I want Nico more than all those guys. Roger said, yes. So I actually have 9. We have 9 IDP starters. But for anybody interested, let me go down the list of who I got as my IDP starters on that team. Because I love that team, man. That's one of my better ones that, like, dude, it's going to be in contention for Dynasty for a few years, I feel. So let's see. I got TJ Watt and Van Ginkel as my DL. I got Jack Campbell and Tyrell Dodson as my LBs. I got Brian Branch and Jordan Battle as my DBs. And I got Tremaine Edmonds, Noah Sewell, and Kobe Bryant as my IDPs. I might need to change that up a little bit, but I put in the Chicago LBs because what's his name is out, TJ Edwards. Anybody on TikTok play IDP? If you guys play in an IDP league, throw IDP in the chat. And Adida, Gadsden, or Goddard, I'm going Gadsden. Phil said big fights tonight. Nice. What pay-per-view number is it? I knew tonight was a big UFC pay-per-view. Crispy said, what's IDP? And Frankie said, what app is this? This is the Sleeper app, and it is a pretty deep dynasty. That's why you see the high score. Dude, my gardening tool got clogged. Hold on. There we go. Unclogged. And Jackson. Didn't I answer this earlier, bro? Did you come back? Did you not listen to my answer and then come back and then ask me the same question? Leave a comment this time, Jackson, so I know you hear this. I'm going to sit Rico out of all those guys. And Austin said, great point system. It's super fun, man. And all the points make sense. I know some people might not understand it just by looking at it, but when I explain it, it all makes sense. Hey, Justin in the house. What up, bro? He said, Tracy Cortez is fire. There we go. What up, Doe? What up, bro? Brennan, Judkins or Chase Brown? I'm going Chase Brown. Stranger said, what's IDP? I'm a Bengals fan. What's a defense? Oh, man, dude. See, how come, Stranger, for you and your Bengals, why do they not want to pay Trey Hendrickson? Like, he makes so much of a difference to that defense. Like, there's literally no pass rush without him. And let's see. Adida, I got Gadsden, Ladd, and Quentin. Should I start all 3? My other wide receivers are London and Tet. I'd start London over QJ. I mean, assuming London is playing, make sure you come back tomorrow. We'll be talking about all the ins and outs. And Madden, Otten plus King Henry for Warren and AK or Harvey. Nah. I mean, maybe because Otten's just kind of whatever, but yeah, I don't not excited about that trade. Probably want to rework it. Johnny, Herbert or Mahomes? Mahomes had a harder matchup. Trust me, bro. I know all the matchups inside and out. I do this for reals, not for thrills. You know, most people who you see answering questions and shit, you know, they're just part-time. They're having fun. Like, I do this full-time. My entire life and business and the way I support my family is based off of fantasy football. And let's see. The guy on Kick. What the hell are you talking about, man? Juan said, should I trade Charbonnet and Addison for Cortland Sutton? No. Well, who's my QB1? JJ, Brissett, Winston, Tua, Smith, or Davis Mills? I think it's JJ this week. And B growing stuff, Wilson or Allen. I think I'm leaning Wilson. And Juan, who for my flex, wide receiver 1, 2, and flex. Adams is in. It's tough. Adams is the only one I would for sure start. I'm gonna say Addison. I'm gonna say Adams, Washington, and Tez. Joe said thoughts on Harvey for his Devonta Smith. I'd rather have Devonta Smith. And Stranger said, look at how much he's out and he's about to turn 31. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel that. But look at when he, like, you already know when you're paid handsomely, you know, the player doesn't want to sit. The organization may make you sit. But when you're not paid handsomely, any chance of like anything being hurt, I'm shutting it down. Yeah, right. I'd like the Smith side. 322 for UFC tonight. Nice. Bengals don't mind paying Trey, but they don't want to give him 3 years, mostly guaranteed. I feel it, but like, is defensive line not one? Like, okay, reword it. Defensive line is definitely one of the positions where you could be in your mid-30s and still wrecking havoc. Not every position is like that. Manuel, is your question the most important question in the world, bro? Because you're like literally ruining the chat for everybody by spamming your question that much, bro. Like, it's really not that serious. It's really not. And he said, yes. Well, let's see if you have patience and you can wait another 60 seconds and put it in once, and then I'll answer it. Because you literally just made the entire chat like just disappear. Let's see. Weston, drop Johnston. I mean, it depends on for who, but I probably would. Quentin, Demont for RJ Harvey. I'd probably want RJ Harvey. Cuddy, Baker, Rogers, Williams. I think that I am going Baker this week. And yeah, who just threw down? I don't even know what that was. What emoji was that? Where is it? And who was it? Where the fuck is it? Dude, shout out to whoever just threw down something. Whoever it was, throw it down to say who it was so I could see it. The chat is just going insane right now. I'm trying to keep up. Thanks for the follows, guys. Doing a little bit of gardening. That's why I'm not on the screen right now. Chris said it was me. Nice. Thanks, Chris. You the man. He said, let him cook. Let's get it. Let him cook. Caleb versus the Vikings or Mahomes versus the Broncos. Both teams, tough matchups. I think I'm going with Mahomes versus the Broncos, who are a little bit beat up and coming off the bye. Alex, Vidal or Harvey? Who leaning Harvey this week. Tim Broski, Loveland or Ferguson? Going Ferg, assuming you're talking the Dallas Ferg. And Tyler, Harvey or Vidal? Going Harvey. Phil, what up? Probably go Waddle and Rice, but that's just me. There we go. And Z said projected 400 points. What are your point settings? So it's a super deep dynasty league. And yeah, shout out to Chris throwing the golden boxing gloves. You can see my hand, but I'm still doing gardening. Super deep dynasty. 10 offense, 9 IDP, and it's QB premium and tight end premium scoring. Pretty much as close as you can get to an NFL general manager. I mean, we probably could make it more spots, but it's a little ridiculous after some point. Woo! TikTok, spam that like button. Let's get up to let's try to get it up to 6,000 likes. We're at 5,000 right now. If a couple people are working together, that could take like literally 60 seconds. Let's see. I'm going to answer some YouTube questions real quick here. Joe, D-line and O-line, pretty much how they won games in the 40s. Well, if you think about it, the trenches is still how people win games right now. Because if you have a shitty defensive line, you're not winning. You're going to get carved up if you have no pass rush. And if you have a shitty offensive line, I mean, unless you play someone who has zero pass rush, like you're getting fucked up. And Rendon said last one, Diggs for RJ Harvey. I think I would rather have Diggs. It's close though. That'd be team specific. Like if you needed a running back more than a wide receiver, because I feel like it's pretty even. And Justin Brown's going to shut down Lamar this week and Gabriel wins the game. I doubt that they win, but I bet that Lamar gets slowed down for sure. I bet it's a lot of rushing from him. Be grown stuff. Marks or Chase Brown. Let's go Chase Brown. And said Woody went crazy last time. Yeah, they played Tennessee. I know, man. It's tough. It's tough because I just want Chase Brown. He's like last time they played, it was also CJ Stroud. So like defense is playing them a little bit differently. Like you saw it last week that like because it's Judge Davis Mills Lane, that the teams are stacking the box more and forcing him to throw it. And Joe, Bears or the Cowboys? D, I'm going Cowboys. And Patrick, what up, bro? He said, should I trade Godston, Swift, and DeMarcado for Warren and Hampton? Nah, I'm keeping Gadsden. And let's see, back over to TikTok. Oh, wait, two more questions on YouTube, then back to TikTok. TikTok, hang out. I'm coming back. Don't be leaving. I'm going to be answering questions here in 30 seconds. Patrick, 5-5, 12-teamer, 2 wide receivers, 2 RBs, 1 flex. Allen, May, CD Pittman, Tet, Slayton. Slayton's hurt. He's out. Kyren, Hendy, Swift, DeMarcado. I mean, I like it. Am I picking who to start here? Because you put like Henderson in there, you put Slayton in there. If it was just to brag about the team, I like it. I mean, I feel like you should be on the up and up on the next couple weeks. Galaxy pickers, Marks over Harvey. It's close, but I really feel like I'm going Harvey. And Frizil, Parker Washington, Sean Tucker, Bill or Tajay. It ain't going to be Bill or Tajay. I'm going Washington. Oh, thanks, Joe. Totally missed that. So should I? Oh, that's what it was. Should I trade the Gadsden and all that? Okay, no. Okay, here we go. Back to TikTok. Wherever you see me answering questions, just rethrow it in because there's so many questions coming in. It's like, this is the chat. I'm trying to keep up though. Zach, Kyren or AJ Brown at the flex? I'm going AJ Brown. Caleb, CMC for Cook and Drake London. No. Jake, QJ, DK, Shakir. DK. And when you hear me answer your question, please leave an emoji so I know that you heard it. Tyler, flex Gadsden, Judy, or Jennings. Gadsden, Adita, Chase Brown, Judkins, and Harvey. Pick 2. I'm going the first 2 with Chase Brown and Judkins. YRB, should I start Trey Tucker? I'm leaning on no, but it depends on how bad your options are. David, Stafford or Hurts? I'm going Stafford. Riley, start 3. Wandale, Sutton, AJ, or Tet? I'm sitting Tet. David, did you hear my answer? I already answered. Cormac, Darnold, or Baker? Darnold, that's close. Arturo, Jackson or Stafford? Going Stafford. And Haley, Mahomes or Stafford? Stafford. Weston, Johnston for DJ Moore or Wandale? I would want to get Wandale. John, ETN or Aaron Jones? Leaning ETN. Marcus, Love or Rodgers? Leaning Rodgers, but it's close. And all right, David heard the answer. Haley, did you hear my answer? Ray, I got 1. BTJ, Judkins, and Dowdle. Pick 2. Already started. Henderson, nice. I'm saying Warren and Bijan. And Bass Lane, Nix or Caleb? Leaning Caleb. Over Moore. Who to start, Watson or Tez? I'm going Tez. 2, should I start Nico, Drake London, or Devontae? If it's just 1, I'm going Devontae. But if you're going 2, it's Devontae, Nico. Dalton, trade JMO for RJ Harvey. I already made the playoffs, so it's not. So maybe it's not worth it. Yeah, I'd probably hold. YRB, Tucker, or Dubs? I'm going Dubs this week. And hey, shout out to X.
X gon' give it to you.
Trade Adams for Chase Brown. I mean, that's a team-specific trade. If you really need an RB, I would, but I'm leaning no. All right, Ray and Weston heard. Appreciate you. And let's see. Mike, Judkins, or Chase Brown? I'm leaning Chase Brown, but it's close. And Luke, Kamara and Rogers, or Kamara and Rogers for Brock Bowers. Is that what that is? Kind of think I'm leaning the Brock side. And Michael, Stafford or Hurts? I'm going Stafford. And shout out to X for the follow.
X gon' give it to you.
And shout out to Jaden for the follow. And Lawson, Pickens or Higgins at the flex. Going Higgins. Jack, Dowdle, Javante, or Warren. I'm going the last two with Javante and Warren. Twan, Rodgers or Flacco. Leaning Flacco, but it's close. Shout out to Carissa who followed. Justin, Goff or Knicks, or drop one for Purdy and Rodgers. That's tough, man. I'd probably start Goff, but I feel like now that Purdy's back to health, I feel like I would drop Knicks for Purdy. YDN, Flex 1, AJ Brown, Judkins, Woody. Leaning AJ Brown in this one. Jack, already answered that. Did you hear the answer, Jack? Jaden, start 2 RBs. Derrick Henry, Kyren, Rico, Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren's in. I think I'm going Derrick Henry for the other one. And Carissa, Ricky P or Rashad White. I kind of like both this week. I think I'm leaning Rashad White, though, but very, very close. Very close. Because I do like Ricky P back in this matchup this week. And shout out to YDN Matt for the follow. And everybody spam that like button. We got enough people in here to where we could let's get to 6.9K. You guys already know why.
69 dudes.
Help me get there. Help me get there. I know we can get there very, very quickly with the amount of people that are in on TikTok right now. And Jumbo Formation. Wipe my feet on the way in. You the man. Franklin or Worthy. Leaning Worthy, but it's close. And Jumbo fan. Caleb or Bo? Probably Bo this week. Probably Bo, yeah. Spam that like button, everybody on TikTok. Chewy, Stafford or Allen? I'm going Allen. Miles, I got Waddle, Rice, Flowers, Wandale, Addison. Who do I bet? If it's just one, I'm benching Addison. Chewy, Stafford or Allen? Stafford. H. Walker, would you trade Igbuka, Adunze, and Goddard for Puka and Kittle? Probably. User 223, Purdy or Tua this week. Going Purdy. Steezy, who do you start this week? Purdy, Dak, or Sam Darnold? I'm leaning Purdy. Brado, Collins, or Robinson? Go Nico. And Sam Bam, thank you, ma'am. What up? Rice, Javante, Higgins for the flex. I'm going Rice. I know it's a tough matchup, but I'm still rocking it because Broncos are a little bit banged up. And Rob, Wandale or QJ? Wandale. Spam that like button, everybody. I'm answering these questions like crazy in TikTok. You know nobody comes through on TikTok and answers questions like me where they're just rapid firing. Sometimes we have some gardening sessions, but a lot of times I'm rapid firing for you guys. And guitar stuff. Vidal or Ricky P? I'm leaning Ricky P. Cheesesteak, man. Don't come in here making me hungry. Hunt or Franklin? I'm leaning Franklin. And thanks for the follow, Brado. Sam Bam, thank you, ma'am. Thanks for the follow. We need more followers. I got more followers on YouTube, and I have like 100,000 followers in a group on Facebook that I created years ago. But we got to get the TikTok numbers up, guys, because I'm here killing it and going to keep killing it for you guys. You want to join my private community, though, at 420crew.com. That's my Patreon. You definitely want to be there because that's somewhere when I'm not live. If you're on the $5 tiers, $5 per month, literally $1.25 per week, you'll be a part of a group chat where you could get these type of answers anytime of the day. And if you get on the $10 tier, that's $10 per month, okay? That's only $2.50 per week. You get access to my business cell phone where you can literally text me directly and get answers at any time. That's 420crew.com. Go join on Patreon, guys. Go join on Patreon. I do this full time. I'm not a part-timer. Shout out to Kevin who just followed. DeMarcado or Worthy? I'm going Worthy. I don't necessarily like it that much, but I'm going Worthy. And Crispy said Mayfield, Goff, Staff, sit one. I'll sit Baker. And Jumbo formation, Keenan or Trey? Going Keenan. Jumbo, Dak or Lamar? Going Dak. And then Jumbo, Guy, Pollard, Chardonnay. Man, that's ugly. I'm gonna go Charbonnet, but yeah, it is ugly. And Brado, Collins or Rome? I think I'm leaning Nico, but it's very close. It's tough. Very, very close. And don't forget, every time you guys hear a question, throw a little emoji in or something so I know that you heard, okay? Because I know people on, TikTok might be in and out real quick, but I'm answering a shitload of questions. So just have a little bit of patience. And Elliot, Gainwell or Algier? Oh, man, I'm going to go Gainwell because of the matchup, but I don't like it. And Phil said JK lasted longer than I thought. Yeah, big pause on that one. He lasted a while. Stranger, gardening, some tropical OG, 22.28% THC. He said, I know, low by my standards, but the terpenes are worth it. Well, here's the thing. For anybody who thinks that 22% THC is low, it's not. Everything over 20% is fire. I mean, you can probably say everything over 18% is fire. And it's the terps that make a difference, man. It really does, because you can have some 22% gas that just looks fire, smells fire, tastes fire, really, hits the spot. But yeah, we just want the higher and higher. If I'm just ordering it from the dispo, like a lot of times, I mean, I am going off of the THC as like a benchmark for where I start, but it's not always where I finish with the highest THC percentages. And time for some more gardening. Any gardeners on TikTok? Any gardeners on TikTok? And Caleb, Flex Tez, Sticky, Slick Rick. No, man, it's Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky's what they called them, or T-Mac. I'm going Ricky P. And Akil, Parker Washington or Wandale. Ooh, I'm going to say Parker if BTJ doesn't play. I'm going to say Wandale if BTJ does play. So make sure you're back here tomorrow morning. I'll be live 2 hours before the main slate of games. And Stranger said in baseball terms, we want a 5-tool player. Exactly, bro. I don't know if you've ever heard me say that, but I've always used that analogy, is like the way that I think about weed is like as a 5-tool baseball player, because some things may be better than in the others, but we want an all around all-star is what we want. And if it's above 20% THC, I'd say that's one tool in the chamber. Obviously, if it's over, the 30s, then we might have a power hitter on our hands. And Dan, Ricky P or JMO? I'm going JMO, but it's very close. Victor, Theo or Gadsden? It's Gadsden, bro. Gadsden's my number one tight end this week. If anybody has Gadsden, you play him over everybody, including Trey McBride this week. And if you have Gadsden and Trey McBride, you play them both. And Aiden, Michael Wilson or Parker Washington? I feel you, bro. I'm going Parker with no BTJ. Michael Wilson if BTJ does play. And Crispy said, what the hell does a pothead know about fantasy football? I know, right? But what's funny is real weed heads will know. The weed be letting you know. You guys want to get the best answers. You want me baked out of my mind. Okay. Aiden, thanks for the follow, bro. C-Mart, DK, Allen, Shakir, pick 2. DK and Allen. Alex G, Wandale or Tet? Wandale. Lions, what up? Sell Travion high. I need another RB for him, as I only have 3 RBs on my team. Well, here's the thing. If you need an RB, you don't sell an RB that's doing good. Does that make sense? I would rework the thinking of that trade. And Mahili, start Derrick Henry or Woody? I'm gonna go Derrick Henry. I know that that Woody had a good game versus them last time, but it was also with CJ. Oh, no way. Laporta's on the IR officially. Fucking Laporta, man. He's always getting hurt. And thanks for that update, Crispy. And shout out to Demetrius, who just followed. I need one flex. Keenan Allen, Debo, or DeMarcado. I'm leaning Keenan Allen. I'm not a fan of either one of these three for this week, but I'll lean Keenan Allen because at least they have a good matchup. JA, start 2, Tracy DeMarcado or more. Man, is there any Parker Washingtons or Michael Wilsons on the waiver wire at all, JA? Because if so, I'd probably want to pick up guys like that. Let me know. And if the answer is no, just re-put the question and I'll answer it again. And Lion said he might get split, though. I feel like he can get good value right now. Well, yeah, but I also feel like when people say that, they're willing to trade that person cheaper. I'm not saying that you would, but I feel like when most people have that, that thinking of just he's going to be worse, you're already probably thinking right now, I got to sell him. And you'll probably sell him to the first suitor. So that's why I want to save people from making those kinds of trades. And JA said Wilson got taken right before me. Okay. I'll say Moore and Tracy. Cam, Loveland, Schultz, or Otten. I'll go Otten, but I don't like any one of them this week in particular because of matchups. Last week was different for Schultz. He was my free agent tight end start of the week, but it's not the same thing this week for his matchup. Schmurf on YouTube, what up, bro? He said I need some trade help. Just got offered Genty and Devontae Adams for Kyren and Hampton. Would you do it? Yeah, I would. Yeah. Shout out for the follow Lions. Let's see. Tyler, ETN for Higgins. If you're getting Higgins, yes, but that is a team specific trade. So if I wouldn't be trading ETN if you ain't really got anybody, running back. Derek, Jennings, or Pearsall. I'm going Ricky P. Joma, start 2. Debo, Tez, Addison, Dubs. I'm going Tez and Addison. And after I answer your question, leave a little emoji or something so I know people are hearing. The smoke emoji is, one of the best ones for me because we're going to get to a little bit of gardening right now. And Alex Basketball, Garrett Wilson, and Judkins for Bucky. I probably would do that to get Bucky. It doesn't help you this week, though. But, Garrett Wilson ain't helping you for who knows how long. Probably would. And Maddox. Parker Washington or Ricky P. I'm leaning Parker Washington with no BTJ, but I'm leaning Ricky P if there is a BTJ. And for Zill, who's the backup for Laporta? Do we pick him up?
Pick him up.
It's probably Brock Wright. I don't think he's worth picking up. I think Laporta being out increases JMO and Monty's success moving forward is what I think. I think those guys are the guys who inherit a little bit of a bump. Noah, BTJ or Tet. BTJ, hopefully he plays, though. Got to be paying attention tomorrow. Fernie, Rice, or Warren. Ooh, I'm going Rice, but it is close. And the Black Bean said Pearsall's playing. Yep. He was a full go yesterday and off the injury report. Mason, Chase Brown, or RJ Harvey? Chase Brown. Abby. Rice or Higgins. Ooh, I'm going Rice, but it's close. And Joe Moss threw down the smoke and said, thank you, brother. Just gained a follower. Appreciate you. I usually go live every single day. If we have more people coming in, I might start going live more than one time a day. On Saturdays, I do go live twice a day. And we got so many people on TikTok. Help me get to 10K. Come on, guys. I've only been doing live stream on TikTok for, I don't know, maybe, a good portion of the season. But help me get to 10K. Help me get some more followers, guys, because most of the peeps here, they're on here having fun. I'm grinding, about to lose my breath answering so many questions so fast. And I've only had 2 gardening sessions of this whole time, and I've been live for an hour and a half. So hit that follow, spam that like. I'm answering a shitload of questions. And don't be the type of person that just spams your question a bunch of times. Throw it in. If it's been a minute or so, throw it in again. But if you guys could kind of see the flow of the chat, it's going fucking crazy right now. Okay, I'm trying. And Crispy said, I need RB depth. Should I trade A-Chain for uh, for Chubbs and Hunt. Dude, I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Not going to lie. I mean, A-Chain, kind of blah, is just a joke, everybody on TikTok. Kind of blah. But yeah, I'd probably do that. I mean, that'd be some good value. I mean, you're getting 2 players for 1, at that point. So, and shout out to Alex Basketball for the rose, dollar bill. Shout out to Black Bean for the for the trees. Yeah. And Alex said, who should I target if I'm shopping Garrett Wilson and Judkins? First, you got to see if anybody even wants Garrett Wilson, bro. Like that, because I don't think anybody's going to want him. Like, that's the thing. I would go, if I was you, I would go scout the league and see who's in dire need of a running back. Like, that's what I would see, because Judkins is the player that someone's going to want to buy here, is Judkins. So I would be going and scouring the teams and looking to see who's like kind of on the outside of the playoffs looking in, who kind of needs a 2-for-1 trade. And so I don't even know who you should target. You got to find that team first, and then you look for a better player, that would be an upgrade for you if you're moving Wilson and Judkins. And Wilson might make it to where the deal ain't possible. And Andres, what up? Rice or Nico rest of season? Bro, I want both of them. Gotta give me context, but I want both of them. Hey, shout out to Thanson 420. You found the right spot, bro. Rodgers or Herbert? Ooh, I love smoking bowls of Herbert. Like, I really do. We're going to do some gardening right now. Who's with me on TikTok? I think I'm going Herbert over Rodgers. I know Rodgers does have a better matchup, but I think I am going Herbert. All right, Papa J. And shout out to Alex for throwing down the roses. Let's go. The dollar bills, y'all.
Straight cash, homie. Dollar bills, y'all.
And Papa J, start Kareem Hunt or Troy Franklin. I'm going Franklin. Lime traded Henry. Who the hell is MPJ? Why am I blanking on the MPJ? And McConkey for Chase, Ferguson, and Bucky. Also have Lamar Williams. I'm not mad at it. I'm still blanking on who the hell MPJ is, but Jammy, Tet or Tucker? Tet. Sophie, Flacco or Stafford? Ooh. I think I'm leaning Flacco, but it's very close. And Loveland or Lockett? Man, I really don't like Loveland. I'm not a fan of Lockett, but I do feel like every single week Lockett is going to be more a part of that offense. All right. Time for some gardening. Brazil, you the man. Thanks for throwing down the YouTube super chat. You just got yourself 2 entries into the raffle that is going down 1 week after Thanksgiving, where we got the Roquan Smith jersey. What? We got the Rashee Rice jersey. What? We got the James Cook jersey. Or wait, no, is it James Cook? Who the hell's the last one? Yeah, it is James Cook. What? Also got Chad Ochocinco signed jersey. What? Yeah, to get some raffle tickets. Anybody on TikTok, you want to get some raffle tickets into the raffle that I'm doing for these signed jerseys? Come to YouTube, throw in a super chat, or throw in a Galaxy on TikTok, and you will get 10 entries into the raffle that we're doing. And shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean. What up? And let's see. Schneibler, thanks for the follow. Kivo, should I do Pittman and JMO for Devontae? I don't know, because JMO has a good playoff schedule, and Laporta just went on IR. Like, if it's like a 10-team league, I probably would, to get more top heavy. But yeah, if it's like a 12-teamer, I'm probably leaning no. Antonio, I just traded Higgins and Swift for Pittman and Hall. It's pretty even. Alex, Judkins and Garrett Wilson for Zay. I guess I want to be thinking a little higher. Maybe not much higher, but a little higher than that. All right, gardening session. Here we go. Who's gardening with me on TikTok? Throw in a little smoke emoji, throw in a little tree emoji, a little Christmas tree emoji around this time is like perfect. And keep hitting that like button, everybody. We're almost at 8K. Help me get to 10K, guys. I've been answering questions for damn near 2 hours. I've answered hundreds of questions. And said, "You think London will play?" I think it's I think it's 50-50. I'm gonna go live again tonight around 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 Eastern. We might know by that time, so make sure you come back. And shout out to Jordan Love himself. I knew Jordan Love himself was a stoner. I like it. Woo! All right. Hey, shout out to Ant for the follow. Appreciate you. Whew. Little gardening sesh going on. That's why I'm not on the screen for everybody hears me coughing. Shout out to 951 Angelo. Hey, shout out to Riverside. And Liam, what up? Shout out. And Angelo said Keenan Allen, Bill, and Worthy for Josh Jacobs. I mean, if you can somehow get that to happen, like do it and then come back and brag about it. I don't know if that's going to happen. And hey, Jordan Love himself with the follow. There we go. Stoners should be following, man, because this is, there's a lot of stoners on TikTok. The gardeners. There's a lot of fantasy football, people. There's nobody who's the 420 fantasy football hustler, like nobody is doing that but me. And I know that even holds me back sometimes, but it don't matter. It don't matter. And Ishmael says RJ Harvey a start now. I think he's a flex option this week, but yeah, he's got a tough matchup. And Ant said Pitts, Otten, or Theo. I might go Pitts on this one. A little nervous though. Andrew, Wandale or Judkins? Leaning Wandale, but it's very close. And Jordan Love himself said we're a rare breed. And bro, that's exactly why I had to not be a pussy about the weed stuff, because I know it holds me back, but I'm trying, I'm trying to find the weed head fantasy football peeps. Those are my crew. And anybody who you think that you are, you're a 420 fantasy football goer, you must follow on Patreon. You can follow for free to get into the leagues, 420crew.com. But being a $5 or a $10 member, that's really where it's at. And Panda Pandy, what up? Thanks for the follow on TikTok or on Twitch. I mean, he said, am I crazy for wanting to start Freiermuth over Rashad White? So it's a really great matchup. And if Jonnu was out, I'd say you're not crazy, but I think you are crazy for wanting to start him over Rashad White because the Bills haven't been, that killer defense that we kind of think of them as, so and so would I do that? No. Are you crazy? That remains to be seen. But I'd start White though. And if you're still here, because I was 2 minutes ago, you left the question. Leave an emoji or something so I know you're still here. Everybody on TikTok, keep spamming that like button, please. I'm answering as many questions as I can. Don't spam the chat, but if I don't answer your question in a minute or two, feel free to throw it back in because you see how crazy the chat's going right now. And shout out to Alex, basketball Alex, for the roses. And dang it, what was your question? Alex, throw that question in again because I saw it, but so many questions came in. Thanks, man. He's already on it. He knows what's up. My RBs are Gibbs, Henry, Chase Brown, Judkins. Should I look to trade one of them? I don't think I would I would be trying to force the issue with trading one of them. No, I don't think I would. Tony, J-Mo or AJ Brown? Leaning AJ Brown, but it's close. Or no, leaning J-Mo, I'm sorry, but it's close. And it's because Laporta's out and on IR now. Dawkins, Batty or McLaughlin? Leaning McLaughlin, but it is close. And I wouldn't, hopefully that's not to start. Hopefully it's like a stash to pick up. Is that Bendova? Theo or Goddard? I'm going to go Goddard, but very, very close. Jared, start Knicks, Rodgers, or Flacco? Leaning Flacco, baby. And Taha. Genty, Saquon, Nico for Jacobs and CD. That's too much for too much, bro. Don't even make a trade like that. You got to be more efficient with the trade. Kev, Dak or Lamar? I'm going Dak. E-roll, Derrick Henry for Genty, PPR. Genty has a better schedule, but I don't know. I kind of want to get both of them on the same team, not trade one for the other. And shout out to Smurf, said flex 2. PPR, Parker Washington, Troy Franklin, Worthy, Tyrone Tracy, BTJ. Probably going Washington if BTJ doesn't play, because I feel like it's probably coming upon that. And so it's either BTJ or Parker. Okay, we'll say BTJ first. And then the second guy, I think I'm going Worthy with the second guy. Big step, Kelsey or K. Dot, and I'm going Kelsey. Both have bad matchups this week, though. Jay Monroe. I traded Devontae Adams for RJ Harvey and QJ. Ooh. Oh, should you? Okay, good. Glad you didn't. No. Hell no. Hayden, Henry or White? I'll go White this week. And Keenan, Henry or Woody this week? Henry plays the Browns. I know, man. I'm going to say Henry because I really feel like the Titans are going to be stacking the box like crazy on Woody because it's Judge Davis Mills Lane.
Let's get it on.
User 789 can't decide whether I play JMO or Pickens. I'm going JMO. Jared already answered that. Did you hear it? Slim Seems. Metcalf or BTJ going Metcalf. Sam. Christian Watson or Parker Washington. Parker Washington. Elias. Williams or Rodgers. I'm going Rodgers. Jared, did you not hear my answer? I said Flacco. But you keep putting the answer in, or keep putting the question in. Kivo, Ferguson or Schultz? Ferguson. Hey, Marco from the future. What up, Marco?
Good night, future boy.
The football boys, is Devonta playing? Yes, he is. Cosmic, should I start Nico or AJ Brown? Nico, bro. Go Nico. Yes. And shout out to Big Steppa who threw down the rose. Kelsey or Cade. Thanks for the rose. I did answer this before. I said Kelsey. Both have bad matchups though. Smurf said recently received an offer. Waddle and Jalen Warren for my CD Lamb. Nah, man, don't do that. Marco, Huff, Booker, or Harrison sit one. Fuck. Dude, you play in the deepest IDP leagues, bro. I'm gonna say sit Harrison. And AM Golf got offered Henry and Igbuka for Bijan. I'd hold, man. Hundy, Vidal, or Judkins? I'm going Judkins. RSX. Wilson or Addison? I'm going Michael Wilson. Alex C, Michael Wilson or Jaden Higgins? I'm going Michael Wilson. C Kelch, Lamar or Darnold? Going Darnold. And how do I say that? No. Tracy Spears, Manning guy at the flex. Manning guy. Krakow, pick one. Wandale Robinson, Jennings, Johnston. I'm going Wandale. And AM Golf, yes, sir. Make sure you hit the follow if you have not, everybody out there. And Alex C said, why? Bro, you see how many questions there are? Gotta throw down some roses or something. Then I'll take some time answering the questions. But just know I do more research than probably anybody. I mean, I know there's people who do more research than me, but anybody who's on TikTok doing this shit like part-time, I do this shit full-time. And trust me, there's a shitload of hours that go into this. Plus, I play in like 40-something leagues, most of them super deep. So I have to make a lot of these choices for myself as well. And Hector. Oh, shit. I got kicked down. Hector. Sutton for Waddle. I'd rather have Waddle. Yeah. And Jacob, I got offered QJ for JMO. Don't do it. Keep JMO. Sub K. Should I start Devontae or Judkins? Devontae. And Jack, start one. Kyran, Harvey, or Marks? I'm leaning Kyran. Jerry, Pearsall, or Debo? Going Ricky P. And Ferguson or Gadsden? I'm going Gadsden. That kid Evan, start one. Rashad, Debo, Tracy. Rashad, it ain't even close. And shout out to Hector for the follow. Jacob, I got offer. I already answered that. Leave a little bit of space between like asking the question like twice, guys, because I'm going through and I know most people don't answer questions, but I'm actually answering questions. Help me get to 10K likes. That'll keep me around longer. But come on, TikTok, help me get there. Spam that like button. You see me going down the list of all these questions. Texas Tejano, what up, bro? I just traded Aaron Jones and I received Bucky and Zay. I like it. I think you teabagged that person. Thanks for the chili, brother. Whoa, man, that shit's spicy. Spicy. And Will said 369 points.
69 dudes.
Are you talking about are you talking about the screenshot? And shout out to Steven. He said Dubs, Debo, Trey Tucker, Rashad White, Wandale, Tet, pick 3, hot PPR. Wandale, Rashad White are in. I think I would go Debo with that other one. Marco said just my home league, but true IDP is pretty deep there. He said, what do we think about Shamar Stewart? I mean, he's kind of worth holding on to, but, you know, probably like should be last man on your totem pole IDP wise. And shout out to Cosmic. Should I trade Dart for Lamar? If you could somehow get Lamar for Dart, yeah, do it. It's obviously not good this week, but I'd do it. Marco, Ricky P or Kirk? Ricky P. Kirk's droppable. And let's see. Make sure you guys are hitting that follow button. Make sure you're spamming that like button. Let's get me over 10K. Appreciate you. I've been live almost 2 hours answering questions. Alex C, JJ, or Jacoby Brissett, all go JJ. I can't see the name, but Vidal, Harvey, Rashad White, going Rashad White. Hunter, Aaron Jones, or Justin's. Re-put that in. Chris, Lamb, Collins, Waddle, Higgins, bench 1, standard league. That's tough. I will bench. In a standard league, I think I will bench Nico. Hunter, Ricky P or Dubs? Ricky P. Oh. All right, Hunter, Aaron Jones or Judkins? Okay. Gonna say Aaron Jones, but it's close. And Diego, Krosky Merritt over Vidal. I mean, I know both have kind of been bad recently, but Krosky Merritt's droppable, bro. Marco said waiting on the Metro, and all of a sudden you could hear everywhere 69, dude.
69 dudes.
Marco said Brisker, Branch, or Smythe. Sit 1. I'm just sitting Smythe, bro. Hey, shout out to Texas Tejano, you the man. Thanks for the live emoji, because we live, baby. We live. And we got a shitload of people on here. Keep hitting that like button. I mean, we're already over 10K likes. Let's see if we can get to 15K likes. I'm answering more questions than whoever your favorite fantasy football analyst is on TikTok. I'm answering more questions than them right now. Can guarantee it. And I've been playing fantasy football for 20 years. Not like some of these clowns who've been playing for like 2 or 3 years, and then they're already trying to come give a whole bunch of advice and talk down to you like some schmuck. But yeah, you guys are in the right place. Keep spamming the like button, and I will keep answering questions. Let's get to 15K. And let me see. Trying to keep up. I got kicked down in the chat. So just rethrow your question in, but just do it once. Don't spam it a bunch of times, because that just like makes everything take longer. Ashvik, Gibbs, and Rome for Jamar Chase and Warren. I kind of feel like it's too much for too much. I really do. Like, I really want to get Jamar Chase, but it's kind of too much for too much, bro. I'm going to say hold. And yay, Texas Tejano. Thanks for showing the love, bro. Woody, RJ, or BTJ, or Flowers in my flex. I'm leaning BTJ right now, but the backup I feel would be Woody. And I can't see what that is. It looks like a snake emoji. I just traded CD Diggs, Wandale Robinson for Olave, Adams, Henderson, Stafford, and JMO. Is that good? I mean, I think so. It's a lot for a lot. So, like, I mean, I feel like it could be splitting hairs, but I do like the side that you got more. And let's spam that like button, TikTok. Come on. We could get up to 11K super quick. We're already like halfway there from 10K to 11K. And Hector, Swift, White, Jones, Hunt, pick 3. I will sit Hunt. Samba, Justin Jefferson and Jalen Warren for Bijan and DK. A good trade. I feel like it's too much for too much, and I'd want to rework that. Nathani, Devonta Smith or Shakir. It's Smith, and it's not even close. Even though, I mean, I do like Shakir because of the name drop. Shakira. And Jacob trade Jacobs and Garrett for Javonte and Higgins. Need a wide receiver too. I mean, Jacobs is the best player in this trade, but Garrett Wilson is also the worst player in this trade. I probably would, but I really don't want to trade Jacobs. Like, I would rather trade 3 players if one of those players isn't named Jacobs. And we got Jacob back to back here. Another Jacob L. This time start 2, Sutton, Tucker, or QJ. I'm going Sutton, but I don't like any one of these 3 this week. Make sure you hit the like button, everybody. Make sure you hit the follow button if you have not. Yeah, we got what do we got? 6 dozen people on TikTok right now. And sorry to the couple YouTube people that are there, but that's why. Marco said Dubs, Addison, Tucker, Dyke, Worthy, start 2. Worthy and Addison. Every time I see Dyke's name, it just makes me think of Scarface. Well, put your finger in the dike, man. What? And Alex C, do you know when Benson comes back? No. I think people think he's coming back like next week or something, and I don't think that happens. And Jamar for CD and RJ Harvey. Hell no, dude. That's not a championship move, bro. You can't trade Jamar. And anybody who tries to trade with you, they're going to want Jamar because he's that dope. Tomas, Purdy, and Rashad White for Aaron Jones. I need an RB2. If it's a single QB league, I probably would, but I'd really be trying to like set my sights a little higher than Aaron Jones. And Jackson is lonely. I'm so lonely. I said, goodness gracious, what's your point scoring? 400 points. Yeah. My team's dope also, by the way. But we got 10 offense, 9 IDP, and it's QB premium and tight end premium scoring. It's a really deep dynasty league. Shout out to Emerson for the follow. And Balseca, what up? Welcome back. For the flex, would you do Manning Guy, Charbonnet, or Troy Franklin? Think I'm leaning the upside of Troy Franklin. Not excited about any one of these 3, though. Hector, did you not hear me answer the question earlier? And Cody said, what are these records? If you're talking about the 16-4. So on Sleeper, there is a feature called Game Against the Median. And so if you turn that option on, you have 2 games every week. 1 game versus your head-to-head opponent, and then the second game is versus the entire league. This is a 12-team league, so top 6 get a win every week, and bottom 6 scoring every week get a loss. So it kind of takes out some of the bullshit luck, good and bad, from the schedule that nobody can control. Hit that like button, everybody. We're almost up to 11K. Give me up to 12K, and we'll have a gardening session here. Keep hitting that like button. Everybody spam the like button. If everybody hits the like button a handful of times, we'll get to 12K very, very quick. Nathan said Henry for Dowdle. No. And Ben, please don't spam the chat like that. Just ask once, wait a minute, ask again. But Otten or Gadsden, you're going Gadsden, and that ain't even close for me. Marcelo, would you trade London and Judkins for Amon Ross? Shit, in a New York minute. Caleb, would you trade Ferguson for Aaron Jones? I already have Kittle. Probably not. I walk by faith, not by sight. What up? And he said, should I drop Shaheed for Burden or Wilson week 12? I would drop for Wilson, especially since you said week 12 and it's just 1 week. Yeah, I'm going Wilson. Emerson, I only have 1 flex spot left. Who do you start? Troy Franklin, J-Mo, or Parker Washington? J-Mo because Laporte is out. Drazim, trade Garrett Wilson and Worthy for T. Higgins. If somehow you can get some idiot to do that, yeah, do that. And the figure report, smash that like, let's get it, bro. And he said, Tracy, Debo, BTJ need 2 out of the 3. I'm going to say Debo and BTJ, but you better be paying attention tomorrow morning because BTJ doesn't play because he's been questionable all week. I mean, you got to throw in Tracy just by default. And Balseca said, Hustler, Laporte on IR. Yeah, I talked about that earlier. I pick up Knox. Should I get Njoku or Pat? Probably. So you're saying you have Knox already and you're going to get in Joku, or you're going to drop Knox to get in Joku? Because, I mean, for this week, I think I want to play Knox. Hey, Jaw Crispy, what up, bro? Is this the Jaw Crispy that's in our leagues? Wandale, Ted, or Sutton? I'm going Wandale, baby. And Carlos, Bijan for Javonte and Harvey. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm glad people come here and ask these questions. Let me save you from making bad trades, guys. Trust me, I've been playing fantasy football for nearly 20 years now. And one of the things that I help people do is save themselves from making emotional, bad 1 week trades. Don't do that. And I won 10 championships last year. So just in case you guys are like, oh, who cares? You've been playing for 20 years. I also fucking win. I won 10 championships last year. More than a 25% hit, because I think I was in 37 leagues last year. And I play in the craziest of crazy leagues. Look at that fucking score up there and look at this shit. It's not winning 10 regular leagues. Like I won 10 super hardcore like custom leagues. And the figure reports. I've been holding RJ for this moment. Let's ride, baby. Let's go, man. Finally. It's not a great game to start him in, but, you know, just the outlook now is looking way better for him. And Lando, Henderson, Anna Dunze for JSN. I mean, that's a lot. I almost want to say yes, though, to get JSN, but it's a lot. It really is. Are both Henderson and Rome starters for you? Because I'd rather trade 3 or 4 players to get JSN if you're only trading one starter in the mix, and then the rest are like dope ass bench players that would be starters for another team. Anthony, Waddle, or Rice? Rice, but I do like both this week. Chance B, ETN, Swift, or Judkins? Whew. I'm gonna lean ETN this week. It's close, though. Very close over Judkins. And Irvin Alejandro, what up? Rice or Marks? I'm going Rice. Caden, start Williams, Nix, or Stafford? I'm going Stafford. And remember, guys, don't spam the chat. Like, just throw it in. If I don't answer it in like a minute or two, throw it in again. But everybody have patience. Look at how many questions are coming in. Like, everybody can't seriously expect me to answer every question in like 2 seconds, right? Let's be a little realistic, because I'm actually here answering all these questions, you know, answering as many as I can anyways. And shout out to Marley. Is that Bob Marley over there? Yeah. And if you had a question, throw it in again. White and JMO for Hampton. I'm going to say no. I'm nervous about Hampton coming back. Like, dude, look at how close we are to the playoffs and all that. And like the closer it get, like for the Chargers, like they could keep holding him out, you know, and like being okay with it if they're like still winning, you know. So I'm just gonna say no, especially because like Laporta just went on the IR. So like there's gonna be people who are gonna be trying to make sneaky trades for JMO, trust me. And if it's a redraft league, I'm saying no. Dynasty, like, yeah, for sure. And R2, Salcedo, Hunt, White, Montgomery. I'm leaning White. The boy half, Woody or Shakir in the flex. Woody, JJJ just traded Henry for ETN. I mean, it's kind of blocked because it's like so even, I feel. Anthony, Waddle, or Rice. I already said White. Or I already said Rice. Turco, Rome, or Judkins. Ooh, this one's close. I think I'm going to go Judkins. Or no, I think I'm going Rome, but it is very, very close. Very close. And Diego, Krosky Merritt over Vidal. I feel like I answered this earlier and said no. Youssef, start Flacco or Baker. I'm going Flacco, but it's close. John K, Caleb or Flacco, but it's close. Adam, Tez, Joanna Man, Jennings, DK, Metcalf need 2. I'm going Tez and DK. Balsec, I already picked up Knox, but I don't feel good with the Bills. Okay. And Njoku's still on waivers and Pat, though. Okay. I wouldn't drop Knox, but I would try to pick up Njoku. JJJ, shouted that out. Porter, what up? Thanks for the follow. Adam, I answered that. Sebastian, Genty, Hampton, and Tet for Jamar. I probably would do that, but like, who do you have at RB that you could give up Genty and Hampton? Like, I hope you're not like fully weakening your squad. Bendova, Kyren or Judkins. Kind of leaning Judkins, but it's close. And Raid, Judy or Jennings. Ooh. I'm going to say Jennings, but it is close. And Gotcha Pull, Caleb or Aaron Rodgers. I'm going Aaron Rodgers. Kushiv. Is that good Kush? Damn it. It totally kicked me down. Dak for JJ and Warren. I mean, I feel like this is more of a 1 week trade than anything. So I'd probably just say hold. Rank. AJ Brown, Harvey, Rashad White start 2. I'll sit Harvey. And Kale trading Bijan, Metcalf, and Gadsden for Javonte and London. No, don't do it. Don't do it. And user 600. What up, bro? He said Goddard or Gadsden. Go Gadsden, baby. I'm starting Gadsden over everybody this week, including Trey McBride. And if you have Gadsden and Trey McBride on the same squad, you play both of them somehow. And Marco said Bates, Hufanga, Smith, Mustafa Bullock, Holland, Bishop, Hairston, McMillan, Melon Fonwu start 3. Bates, Hufanga, and Smith. It's Tyke Smith, right? Yeah. That was easy. It was harder reading the question than actually like coming up with the answer. Drazen, stop spamming, bro. Be patient. I actually answer questions. You just have to be patient. Justin, Harvey, QJ, Vidal, Jennings. Probably going Jennings, but it's close. Balseca, if QJ doesn't play, what would you prefer, Franklin, Wilson, or Worthy? Probably Wilson, but it's close. T. Moore, Caleb or McCarthy, leaning JJ. Raid, Ferg or Otten, assuming it's the Dallas Ferg. I'm going Ferg. Giant, Dart plus Marv for Pittman. I have May. I'd be okay with that. Max said Trey Tucker or Wandale. Go Wandale. Drazen, Worthy or Harvey for T. Higgins. I would rather have T. Higgins than both of them combined. So, yes. User 600. I already said Gadsden. If you put a real username, like you'll actually get like, you know, instead of me saying user 600, I'd be shouting you out personally. Fernan, I got Jacobs, Dowdle, Javonte, Amon-Ra, JSN. Do I win my league? I mean, it doesn't matter who you have. You got to make the right starts and sits every single week. So make sure you are here so you don't fuck it up. Joey, Ladden, Swift for Rice. Who wins? I mean, I think the Rice side wins, but Ladd's been doing so good that like this is kind of like a too evenish trade. And Marco said sometimes I got some easy IDP stuff for you. Just don't get used to it. Hey, I never get used to easy shit coming my way, bro. Trust me. Crispy said John a good start with the slim bench. Yeah, I mean, good start. Like, I mean, it's a desperate start, but he's got a great matchup. Like, I mean, he probably has like I think it is the number 1 matchup for tight end. So, I mean, it's a great matchup. But yeah, man, I mean, with Pat Freiermuth, like, you know, stealing some, like, yeah. And quit fucking spamming the chat. Have some patience, man. Jeez. Trying to ruin it for everyone just to get your one answer. Come on, bro. Ethan, Trey Tucker or Sutton? Sutton. Easy 4A. Should I start Flowers over McConkey? No. Max, RJ Harvey or White, bro? I'm going White. Kingston, Adunze or Higgins? I'm going Higgins, but it's close. AJ, Jamar Chase and Lamar Jackson for Josh Jacobs and Amon-Ra. I just don't want to trade Chase. And let's see. We'll just call you 00. Keenan Allen, Parker Washington, or Tez Johnson start 1. I'm saying Parker Washington as of now. And Jay, trade RJ Harvey for Worthy. No. Don't do it. Jonathan, RJ or Judy? I'm leaning RJ, but it's a little bit closer now because Judy getting that touchdown last week, you know. And everybody on TikTok, spam that like button. You hear me answering so many questions. Spam that like button. Show the love. Hit the follow. Darian, Adams, T, or Bucky? Leaning Adams. It's close. Jacob, trade. I already said that. Did you not hear earlier? I said I'm probably holding because of Jacobs, but yeah, it's tough. And plot thoughts, what up, bro? Did I scam or get scammed by the number 1 seed in my league? I got Jalen Warren and Xavier Worthy plus Rashad. I got Jalen Warren for Worthy and White. I don't think that either one of you got scammed. Like, I don't think you got scammed or scammed the other person. I feel like this is very even because Rashad White, I mean, dude, he might be like literally nothing after Bucky comes back. And Worthy kind of has been like almost close to nothing. But I know Jaden has a bunch of tough games coming up, but this week ain't one of them. So I think that you did good for this week by getting Jalen Warren. And I'd probably like that side, more than the other side, no matter what. And yeah, are you from Cali? Yeah, originally, yeah, I'm in Vegas now, but I lived in Cali my entire life till I was like 36 and moved here to Vegas a couple years ago in 2022. The year that the draft was in Vegas, that was 1 month after I moved here. So that was like the first thing I did in Vegas was attend the NFL draft, and it was super cool. Damien, thanks for the follow, bro. And oh yeah, and if you're into that 420 scene, plot thoughts, we're about to do a little bit of gardening right now. It's the verbiage I got to use for TikTok. And any gardeners on TikTok, because it's about that time, everybody. And Damien, start 3, Waddle, London, St. Brown, Igbuka. I'm going to say sit London for now because you'd have to make a choice on Waddle like earlier than everybody else. So I'm going to say play Waddle for sure. And I'm going to say St. Brown and Igbuka. I mean, London's, he might not even play tomorrow. So, I mean, it's probably like a 50-50 shot. And Caleb Bailey said, bro, what league is this? Bro, it's one of the dopest leagues that you would ever play in if you play. And I host a bunch of leagues as well. It's a super deep dynasty. We got 10 offensive players, including super flex. We got 9 IDP. It's QB premium scoring. It's tight end premium scoring as well. And super dope. And Damien said, appreciate you, bro. Hell yeah. Thanks for the follow, homie. And plot thoughts said, what's your team? Bro, it used to be the Chargers, but when they went out like bitches, and the way the owner went out, from San Diego, I just became a free agent. Pittsburgh, nah. I don't cheer for a team. Like, I got so many fantasy football teams that like I'm 100% just for the players, man. I could give 2 shits about any like actual franchise themselves anymore. All right, I'm turning in the phone here. And plot thoughts that all my SD homies say the same thing. At least they're real ones. Because if there's an SD person, and I still have a couple friends who cheer for the Chargers, I'm like, you're a fucking joke. You're a fucking clown. Like, dude, they talk so much shit to the residents of San Diego when that happened. I still lived in San Diego when that happened. That like, yeah, dude, fuck the Chargers because of their front office. Not saying I don't like Herbert. Not saying I don't like Ladd or some of the defensive players, but yeah, the Chargers as a whole, fuck them, bro. So they always figure out a way to fail anyways. Like, dude, that they got no championships. They're never going to get one. Herbert's dope as fuck, but they are cursed because of the ownership. They're cursed because of the ownership. And until, the ownership like fully changes, they're still going to stay cursed. They are. They're stupid. They've been making dumbass moves since they fucking let LT walk for nothing. Nothing. So yeah, fuck the Chargers. Herbert, we're smoking bowls of Herbert right now. Yeah, we're doing some gardening. Jacob, what if I get Pickens instead of T for Jacobs? Well, I like Pickens. I like T more than Pickens, but Jacobs, I like him more than T. I said it earlier. I would really figure out how to trade more players, but not Jacobs. And Plot Thought said, you're a real one, bro. I'm go watch USC now. Yeah, bro. Thanks for the follow. And go follow on Patreon. It's like one of the dopest communities around to be in for fantasy football because I host a shitload of leagues, whole bunch of experiences for people. And yeah, you want to be there. It's 420crew.com. And then you go follow. You sign up on Patreon. You can subscribe for free. And then you download the Patreon app. It'll be one of the best things you guys do for your fantasy football life. And for one of the things that you could do for your fantasy football success, sign up for a $5 tier on Patreon. I'm posting a whole bunch of shit every single week that will help you, like research wise. And I'm doing all this research for myself because I play in the deepest of deepest leagues, and like that's the kind of information that I'm bringing to the Patreon community. Oh man. Woo. Oh man. The gardening sesh. Woo. Yeah. Just be patient, TikTok. I'll be back in a sec. And the ball second said, damn, that was deep, bro. I cleared this whole bowl. I cleared this whole gardening pot. Woo! In one hit, man. Culinary dropout on Twitch. Friarmouth, Loveland, or Otten? I'm gonna say Otten. It's tough though. Whoo! Ball sack. What the fuck? Goddamn spam calls. Ball sack said, hustle. Should I pick up Bam Knight? Yeah, nah. Let's see. Chango, Gibbs for Jacobs. I really want to get both of them on the same team. I don't want to trade one for the other. Shook, should I flex Golden? I'm leaning no. Who else are your options, though? And Thanson. Ertz or Friarmouth? Oh, man. I'm going to say Friarmouth because Ertz has, like, literally no upside unless he gets into the end zone. And Friarmouth actually has, like, the best matchup. He has to deal with splitting time with Jonnu, but yeah, I think it's going to be a big time shootout for the Bengals and the Steelers. So I'm going Friarmouth. And on Dante, what up, bro? Caleb or Purdy? Going Purdy. And chase him. JJ for Jalen Warren and Nico. Nah. Let's do it another way. And ROI, thanks for the follow. Trade Josh Allen, Vidal, and Higgins for Dak and Josh Jacobs. I mean, that's kind of tough, but I think that I would. Head stranger, hell yeah, man. Kind of grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it?
Kind of grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it?
Hey, John Wick's dog. Hey, we got a celeb in the house. RJ Harvey, Woody Marks for the flex. I said RJ Harvey a little bit earlier, and I think I'm sticking to it. I know Woody Marks has a better matchup, and he like did good against him last time, but it was CJ. And like if you watched last week, like man, the defense, like they were stacking the box, forcing Judge Davis Mills Lane to throw a lot. Let's get it on. And let me see. Oh, sorry, TikTok. We got kicked down in the chat. Caden said, yo, start 2, Saquon, Woody, and Rome. I think I'm going Saquon and Rome, but it's closer than I'd like to admit. Matt, Derrick Henry or Vidal? Derrick Henry. Goob, trade Olav for Chase Brown. Yes. Max, Herbert or Dak? I'm leaning Herbert. Frank said Bill, Ricky P, Michael Wilson, pick one. I'm going Ricky P, but it's close. And come on, guys, help me get up to 12K likes. We're so close. We're so close. Help me get up to 12K likes. Make this the most successful live stream ever for me so far. And Chongo, Lamb for Jacobs. I want to hold. It's too even. I mean, that would be a very, very specific, if you needed an RB more than a wide receiver type thing. And John Wink's dog said, thanks, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Thanks for coming through. Are you new here or do I just not recognize your username? Because Facebook doesn't have the real names right now. It like has the username. So it's a little weird. And Lucius, what up, bro? Said I need an upside tight end for this week. Frymouth or Fannin. I'm gonna say Freiermuth. I think he has more of a possibility of getting into the end zone than Fanning. And hey, Schmitty, what up? Start one RB, White, Hunt, Monty. I'm going White. And then Purdy or Flacco. I'm leaning Flacco, but it's very, very close. And RJ Way, DK or Goddard. I'm going DK, baby. DK is going to be in for a crazy matchup this week versus the Bengals. And Goob trade BTJ for Jalen Warren. I mean, that's kind of like a 1 week trade. Like, how bad do you need to win this week? Like, if your season depends on you winning this week, I would do it. And Big Chungus said trade Garrett Wilson for Laporta. I only have McBride. Laporta just went on IR, bro. I'm glad you came here and asked that. But yeah, he got labeled out, I think, yesterday, and he got put on IR today. So no, that's the dynasty, and that's different. Darnell, Rashad White, or Jennings. I'm going White. Nando lost Laporta. Go with Loveland, Pitts, or Schultz. I'm leaning Pitts. Rod X trade Josh Allen for May and Bucky, first in the league, thinking for the playoffs. I mean, I probably would. I mean, the thing is, when it gets cold, Josh Allen's going to start doing better. Always. It always happens. Hey, shout out to Riley for sharing the live stream. Appreciate you. I just got kicked to the bottom, so I'm trying to work my way up a little bit. And that guy said 40 points projected you guys into these inflated leagues so you can sound intelligent. Dude, you sound so fucking stupid when you're talking right now. If you want to act like a normal human being, just say, hey, bro, why are your projections so high? And then you'll get an answer instead of being a fucking weenie who's over here who plays in these regular fucking casual leagues. Come on, bro. Let's I know you probably are 16, but let's act like you're older than that. Eric Blackwood, Higgins or Waddle? Leaning Higgins, but it's close. Cruiser got offered. Kyran, Harvey, and Adunze for CMC and Sharps. Do I accept? No. I mean, I almost would, but I'm leaning no. And Ollie, Knicks or Gino? I'm going Knicks. Caesar, JJ or Bo? I'm going JJ. Bird, Watson or DJ Moore? Going Moore. Matt, Adams or Franklin? I'm going Adams. Riley, Higgins or Waddle? I'm going Higgins, but it's close. Shout out to Matt for the follow. I guess I didn't answer fast enough for that guy to put a response. John, Jaden Higgins, Burden, or Dyke rest of season? Probably Dyke, but I mean it's bad either way. And you say rest of season, but it could be 1 week, and then I tell you to drop that person next week. Hey, the super fan said I'm in the final four of a 14 team guillotine. Oh, 14 team. Okay. He said, and all the teams look nuts. Well, yeah, fuck yeah, bro. Of course they do. You only started with 14 teams. I mean, I was in an 18 teamer and I'm still in it in 2 of them, and my teams look crazy. Stranger said the Bengals have a history of shutting down DK that goes back to pre-Steelers. Yeah, I bet they do. But you know what? No Bengals pass rush, and the cornerbacks, yeah, have been a little shaky this year. Marco, Singletary, Gainwell, or Tucker, sit one. I'll sit Singletary. Ascaro, Tua, Brissett, or JJ. I'm going, it's between JJ and Tua, and I think I'm leaning JJ. I'm going to go. Actually, I think I'm going to go Tua. And Scoboy, what up? Thanks for the follow, bro. He said, what's your team? I'm from San Diego originally. And like I used to be a Chargers fan, but ever since the owner talked mad shit to the residents of San Diego, I just became a free agent. So I don't have a team that I cheer for, but I have like 40 something fantasy teams. So I have a shitload of players that I cheer for. And dude, the questions, they're going crazy on TikTok. I'm trying to keep up. Hit that like button, everybody. Hit that like button. And Miss Lisa, Washington or Algier for the flex. Go Washington. And is real. Do I start Algier over Rodriguez? I kind of think that I would go Algier. And Scoboy said, you got a favorite player then? That's a good question. I feel like that changes from year to year. Kind of feel like JT's my favorite player right now because everywhere that I have him, my teams are kicking ass. And he was someone didn't have to draft early, man. And a lot of people were hating on him and just ended up being right, taking him in the second round. So I'd say JT's probably my favorite player this season. I'm very partial of A-Chain as well, too. And 999, Nico, Waddle, Rice, Jamar, start 3. Never got to ask about Jamar. I'm playing Rice. I think I'm going Waddle over Nico. It's tough, though. And Ho Josh, start 2. Henry, AJ Brown, ETN, Romy Rome. I think I'm going AJ Brown and ETN. LD Hendricks, Schultz, or Otten. I'm going Otten. Mark. Who do I start at the flex? And 2 wide receivers. I got Harvey, Addison, and Pearsall. I'm going Ricky P and Addison. I'll take the upside there. Marco said Burns, Logan Wilson, Henley, Dennis Dean start 2. Logan Wilson, I don't even know if he's going to fucking play. So I'm gonna say Burns because he's been way too much on fire, man. For real. Damn, Henley, Dennis, and Dean, man. Dean killed it last week. I think I'm gonna go Dennis. I think I'm going Dennis versus the Bills, and that's Sir Tampa Dennis, right? And sorry, TikTok, it keeps kicking me to the bottom when people throw in a bunch of, when they spam it. So Zeus, chill, bro. ETN or Aaron Jones. I don't even think I've seen a follow from you, Zeus. ETN or Aaron Jones. I'm going Aaron Jones. But, bro, you got to chill with the spamming, homie. Got to chill with the spamming. Mason, Nico, and Josh Jacobs for JJ, Garrett Wilson, Woody, and Trey. My record's 4-6. I don't know about Wilson. Yeah, Wilson's not helping you. If you're going to make a trade like this, you got to make sure that everybody that you get is going into your starting lineup. I'm not mad at it. I'd say fix the Garrett Wilson part of it. And then probably, because you probably do need some help. Hey, there we go. Zeus followed. All right. See, I'm a normal guy. Treat me like a normal guy. And Zane is Swift, Keenan Allen, good for Aaron Jones, DJ Moore. It's kind of blah. I would say no, because it's blah, man. And Big Bando, what up? 9-1, lost Laporta. Would you move him for Fanning in a second or just hold? In a dynasty, you're holding, bro. Scotty Boy said Collins is popping off tomorrow because they go against the Titans. I feel it. I feel it. It's tough. Because everywhere I got Nico, I'm starting them. Marco said Huss' favorite is and always will be Frank Gore. And strangers that insert favorite spam Hawaii joke here. Yeah, man, we got too much spam Asubi right now. I'm almost about to gag on it. And Oscaro said Loveland or Freiermuth. I'm going Freiermuth. I'm not super excited about either one necessarily, but at least Freiermuth's got a great matchup. Dan, Ricky P or JMO start sit. I'm going JMO this week. Balseca, Freiermuth. Freiermuth versus the Bengals is good, but I get Knox versus the Buccaneers. Help me, hustler. I'm probably going Knox. And Archistanker. Is that what it is? Archishanker. Trade A-Chain and Diggs for Cook and JJ. I like the other side, but I'm not trading A-Chain. Don't do it. Did I win this trade? I traded Jamar for Rasheed and Derrick Henry. Jamar might end up being, literally one of the top players, in the league when it's all said and done. Rasheed and Derrick Henry, I don't think get there. Rasheed, if you go points per game, maybe he's up there, but yeah, Want Jamar, man. And Adam said sit Derrick Henry this week. Well, but for who though? For who? Dan said Ricky P or JMO. I already said JMO. And hey, we got over 12K on TikTok. Let's go. Might be time for another yeah, big pause. Big pause. And dude, is that Scotty Boy? Is that Scotty Boy on Twitch? I mean, it says Sco Boy, so I'm assuming so. But yeah, is that Scotty Boy? And Daniel, drop Caleb for Purdy. I probably would. I mean, unless Purdy gets hurt in this game, but I mean, they held him out the extra games to make sure that he was as close to 100% as possible. Said is safe. Gadsden or Ertz? Gadsden, baby. VG, Adunze, or White? Ooh, I'm going White, but it's close. Glizzy, Dubs, or Wilson? I'm going Wilson. And Virage, Bucky, and May for Josh Allen. Nah, I'm holding. Logan just traded Amon-Ra and Swift for A-Chain and Olave. I mean, I still feel like Amon-Ra could be the best in that entire trade, but I'm not mad at it. Corned beef, you think Jerry Jeudy bounces back this week or Troy Franklin in the flex? I'm going Troy Franklin, but Jerry Jeudy already started bouncing back a lot this past week. Can he do it again? I don't know, but I would still be weary of Jeudy. And Bazunga, JMO for Harvey. No, I'm gonna hold. Please be kind. Keenan, Sutton, Michael Wilson. I think I'm leaning Wilson in this matchup. And wait, where's the drop?
Hey, Mr. Wilson!
Hey, Mr. Wilson. I've been missing the I could have been doing that the whole show. Mike Nice, Love, or Darnold. I'm leaning Darnold, but it's close. Jaharo, Gads, or Andrews. I'm playing Gadsden over everybody this week. I told everyone last week Schultz was the guy because of the matchup versus the Jags. The Jags give up so much booty to the tight ends. You gotta go Gadsden this week over everybody. Gadsden over everybody, including McBride. And if you have Gadsden and McBride, you play them both somehow. Tyler, Sutton or Devonta Smith in the flex, leaning Smith. Please be kind. I already answered that. Did you hear it? DJ Hutch, start 2, Wandale, AJ Brown, or Franklin. I'll go the first 2, Wandale and AJ Brown, but it's close. Mike Nice, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry. I'll play Chase Brown this week, but it's close. Both have tough matchups. Derrick Henry's just tougher. Meatwad, trade Bijan for Genty, Jamon, Flowers. If you're like a team that's on the outside of the playoffs looking in, I probably would if all 3 of those guys are going to be starters for you, but that's the only way I would. Jose, Algier, or Tucker. I'm going Algier. User 440, Hunter, Ricky P. I'm going Ricky P. And Marco said McLaughlin's still worth keeping in Dynasty. As of right now, yeah, because of JK going down. And Zach, what up? Start 2, Aaron Jones, Swift, Wandale, Woody Marks. Aaron Jones, Wandale, and Woody. And that Fiat, greetings. Would you trade Kittle for Williams and Goddard, Otten, and Schultz on the waivers? I'd probably hold. Big Bando. What about Fanning and a first for Laporta? Still holding? Yeah. Fanning, like Laporta's one of those guys whose dynasty value is still top 3 tight end for me. You know, like overall, like not for this year, because if he's on IR and he doesn't come back this year, like, you know, of course not. But like overall dynasty rankings, like he still needs to be top 3. If you're hating on him a little bit, maybe top 5. But that's, you know, just dynasty value in general. But it does depend. Like, do you need a tight end or you're going to get fucked? You know, like type thing. Because then maybe I would do some kind of trade like that. But I still feel like that's cheap. And Superfan said, would you win? Who would win in a Survivor Series? Hey, me and my son are actually going to Survivor Series this year. The Beach Boys or the Temptations? Dude, you know it's going to be the Temptations, man. They're probably going to get real hood. And let's see who just followed on TikTok. I think I saw Hudson. Thanks for the follow. Throw in your questions. Throw in your questions again, like Hudson who just followed. Leave your question again. Rhino, Otter, Otten or Goddard. I'm going Goddard. Hudson, Woody Marks or Lad at the flex. I'm going Lad, baby. I know it's a great matchup for Woody. Zay and Crazy, Woody Marks or Saquon. I'm going Saquon. I understand why on the question though. Zeddy, thanks for the follow. Brissett or Baker. Also have McBride for the stack. I'm going Baker. Let's not forget. I know they got McBride over there, but he lost Marv. Yeah, I'm just going Baker. Kelly G, Higgins or Wandale. This one's close. I think I'm going Higgins, but it's very close. And make sure you guys hit that follow and spam that like button. Spam that like button. We are going to get a quick gardening sesh going over here, but let's keep going. Come on, help me get to 15K and make this the most successful live stream on TikTok ever. Or not ever, but at least so far. What is that? I don't care what. Dalton Schultz, a good waiver pickup. I mean, there's not really much to pick up. So is he good? Kind of. I mean, because there's kind of nobody else out there, but it's not a great matchup though. And Kanan, Woody Judkins or Chase Brown? I'm going Chase Brown. Chongo, Lad, Romo, Lave. Chat, well, fuck, kick me down. Woody Judkins, Chase Brown. Go. Is that the one? Yeah, I'm going Chase Brown. And quit spamming the chat, guys. It's like ruining it for everyone when one single person like feels the need to spam the chat that much. And Aryan, Pickens for Henderson. Yeah. Can't see the name, but James Cook or Kyren. I'm leaning Cook this week. And thanks for the follow, James Cook question. Brody, Woody or Trey Tucker? Woody. Travis said, how's your record? 16-4. It's called game against the median setting on Sleeper. You play 2 games per week, one versus your head-to-head opponent, and the second is versus the entire league. And the top half each week get a win, bottom half each week get a loss with the total points scored. Zamora, Shakir, Wandale. I'm going Wandale. Big Bando. I got Kittle still. My 2 flex spots for a championship run now going to be Chase Brown and Diggs. Yeah, I'm good with that. I wouldn't sell Laporta super cheap because of feeling desperate. And super fans is Warren, the 3rd tight end taken next year. I mean, it could even be 2nd depending on how he finishes. Like, I feel like Trey McBride, his status is going to be solidified as number 1. You know, Gadsden's going to be somewhere at the top, assuming like, you know, he doesn't get hurt or anything. But I bet Warren is right up there with those guys. And Mike, Hunt or Sutton? Sutton. Justin, Harvey for AJ Brown. If you really need a wide receiver, maybe. Dimitri, Waddle or London. And quit spamming, guys. If I don't answer your question in a minute or so, throw it in again, but don't spam the chat with the questions. I'm doing my best to get to everyone. David, Josh Allen or Herbert? Going Herbert. Just Vance, trade A-Chain for Rice and Pickens? No. Adia, would you trade Chase Brown and Ricky for Woody Marks and T? No. Fuentes, trade DK Rico for Walker, Devonta Smith? No. Walker, Dobbins is out. Harvey or Flowers for the flex? Leaning Harvey, but I do feel like it could be a lot easier for them to get Flowers involved, but play calling I know is really gonna make a difference. 24 Ma, do I start Kareem Hunt or Tyler Algier? I'm leaning Kareem Hunt, but it's close. And Darnell, Rashad White or Jennings? Leaning White. Arez, Ricky P or Trey Tucker? Ricky P. Adrian, trade away Judkins for Bowers. I mean, that depends on how bad you need a tight end and how expendable Judkins is, because like I'm kind of like, and depends on who your tight end, you know. I mean, that's a big part of it. I mean, give me that context and I'll answer it accurately. And hit the like button, everybody. Help spam that like button. And Nick said Theo or Goddard. Leaning Goddard, but it's close. MD, start one. Addison, Gadsden, or Quinchon Judkins. I'm going Gadsden, baby. And Adam, Javante or Dowdle, better trade target. Probably Javante. Christian, Waddle for Diggs. Nah. Waddle's got a pretty dope schedule coming up. Angelo, Johnston or Charbonnet. Going Charbonnet. User 983, Theo or Otten. I'm going Theo. Alex said Tua or Rodgers. I'm leaning Rodgers, but it's very close. And Cat Busso, Marks, Addison, Shakir. Leaning Marks. And Big Bando of Garrett don't come back. What do you think about T. Higgins and Pittman as my wide receiver 2 and 3 for a championship run? I'm not mad at that. They've both been killing it. And Zach, Harvey or Manning guy. Leaning Harvey, but it's close. One second, guys. And let's see. Zach first, and I also said first, and I also got Flowers and a third rounder. Dang it. What the hell was the other part of that question? I feel like that's like the second part to a question. Throw the whole thing in. Alejandro Pickens and Trey Benson for Ferg and a Dunze. I lost Laporta. Yeah, because like someone's actually gonna want to trade for Trey Benson right now. And Aaron Igbuka for Kyren. I mean, that's like a super team specific trade. But I think I would want Igbuka. Crispy, Flacco, Lamar, Goff sit one. Man, is it crazy to say sit Lamar? Like, because that's what I'm feeling. Super fans, possibly McBride and Warren over Bowers. Potentially, yeah. I mean, I know Bowers is going to be like right up there, but I also feel like because of like the QB like situation, like, you know, if the QB situation gets figured out in the offseason, like, yeah, Bowers is probably number 2, but yeah, like, I mean, the way it's looking right now, like Warren and Gadsden, man, like, especially in Dynasty. And Lucas said, why is everyone projected so high? It's a super deep dynasty with 10 offense and 9 IDP, and it's QB premium and tight end premium scoring. One of the dopest leagues you could ever play in. And shout out to Chiwis, who just followed on Twitch. What Marco said, Travis Homer worth keeping. Probably not. Zach said, start Pickens or Higgins. I'm leaning Higgins. And yeah, Luca, it's one of the dopest leagues that you could ever play in, and it's a super deep dynasty league, super fun. So like these leagues continue like year after year. It's not like I have a dope team one year and then I lose the whole team. Like this is one of this team specifically, like it sucked the first 2 years that I had it, and I went into a full rebuild mode, and like, dude, it's ready to kick ass. Like I won the championship last year. And Wayne says this is a 10-man. No. Did you hear what I said about the scoring and about the positions and everything? Because I know no one really notices. See how it says 19 yet to play? Like nobody really notices like the amount of starters or anything. I know sometimes I could be like this and my head's in the way. And okay, so he just joined. Okay, so we got 19 starters for one. It's 10 offense and 9 IDP, and it's tight end premium scoring and QB premium scoring as well. And yeah, it's super dope, man. It's a super deep dynasty league as well. Big Bando, would you move Laporta, Ayuk, and Jonathan Brooks, and an early second rounder for Bowers? This is too much, bro. It's too much, man. That's like a desperation, like redraft trade almost, which would be okay, but like it's not in redraft. And Chiwi said, please help. Should I trade Lamb, Genty, and Lawrence for Baker, Javante, and Nico? It's a 2 QB league. Bro, I really feel like that's too much for too much, man. And it's way too even at the end of the day. Like, what's your record? Give me a little bit of give me a little bit of context on your record, like what's your ranked right now and all that. And June, what up, June C? I got JT, Rico, Bucky, Judkins, RJ Harvey. Who do I trade? I only have Rice and Pierce and QJ at wide receiver, not a dynasty. I wouldn't trade JT. I would trade RJ. Like that's what I would do. Like, dude, now that JK Dobbins like went on, or did he go on the IR? Or they just said he's gonna miss a lot of weeks, either one. And Jay said, can you rate my fantasy team? I just sent you a DM. If you want fantasy ratings and things like that, you got to go to my Patreon. It's 420crew.com. That's where it's at, bro. Like any kind of things like that you want to do, you want to hit me on Patreon. Oh, they officially said he's out for the season. Yeah, I mean, but the schedule sucks. Like, so, I mean, I would sell on the hype of Harvey right now and go after like a good wide receiver. And Luis, that's a surefire way to never get an answer, bro. We got to act like we're adults here and not spam the chat like that, okay? I'll answer your question, but stop spamming the chat. Throw a little emoji in so I know that you heard. Chiwi, I lost Jaden Daniels. I feel like Trevor isn't going to cut it. I'm 7-3. I mean, he might not cut it, but like, you're not trading Trevor for Baker. You're trading like a whole bunch of shit for a whole bunch of shit. So that's what kind of like messes it up. Louis said, nah, I'm good, big boy. Hey, man, big man to like spam the chat like that much. Like you're more important than everybody else who's here asking questions. And Rubio, because question I'm sure wasn't even that important, bro. Rubio, sit one, AJ Brown, Devonta, Dunze, Vidal, Aaron Jones. I think I'm leaning on sitting Vidal. Raphael, would you trade K9, Jordan Addison for Vidal and Shakir? No. And Chiwi said, if you were to pick, I know it's hard, but which side would you pick? The side that you're trading away. Side that you're trading away is the side that I would pick. So that's what I'm saying. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nobody, LOL, said start one, Michael Wilson, Pearsall, Judy, Tez. I believe in Wilson. I'm leaning Ricky P, man. Him and Brock are, they got the bro code going over there. Like Brock loves Ricky P and Kittle. Yeah, I'm not saying don't trade, but you want to rework that trade. And I feel you on Trevor though. And LD Hendricks said drop Laporta. I mean, he's on IR. He's probably not coming back for the regular season. Well, I mean, not for the regular season, but like, he's probably not coming back to where you'd like want to start him. Like even if he comes back in the playoffs or whatever, like, yeah, you're probably just not going to want him. S. Godness, Wandale, or T. Higgins. Ooh, I'm going T, but it's close. And nobody, LOL. I already answered that question. Brody said Dak or Caleb. I'm leaning Dak. Elijah, trade Jamar and RJ for Dowdle, Javonte, and Higgins. I mean, it's tough, but I'm leaning on no because you're trading Jamar. Tristan, AJ Brown, or Quentin Johnston. AJ Brown. K. Blees traded Vidal and Tet for JJ. Great move. Cooper, I traded away JJ and Wandale for Puka. Win or loss. I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to trade JJ. I would have wanted to get him and Puka on the same team versus trading one for another. Did you get the best player in that deal? Yeah, but you also gave up JJ. Sebastian, trade Genty, Hampton, and Tet for Jamar Chase. I probably would, but I mean, I would hope that you have a bunch of running back depth. Patu, AJ Brown or ETN, leaning AJ Brown. Crispy said Tez, Knox, Parker Washington, Judy, DeMarcado sit two. Sitting DeMarcado and Judy. Cooper got Drake in London also, though. That don't matter. Because when you say you got Drake London, and I'm like, you should have traded him. That's who you should have traded away, not JJ. Because then you would have been like, I made the trade, and I would be like, damn, dude, you traded away London and Wandale for Puka, and you'd be like, yeah, but I got JJ, and I'd be like, oh shit, son, yeah. But yeah, see, not the same when it's like you kept Drake London instead of JJ. User 673 said, bro, I traded away Dowdle for Schmitty before Dowdle started showing the great consistency. I mean, shit happens. Shit happens. I mean, it had to be a long time ago, though, at this point. And Braden said Jamar Chase for Gibbs. I mean, that's a team-specific trade. I don't want to trade Jamar Chase away, though. And Junior Sutton or White, leaning White. Sebastian, trade Kyren for Judkins. I'm probably going to hold and just rework that. And TBHG traded Dunes and Bowers for Amon Ra. Yeah, I would. And Ray Ann said, what the hell is your scoring system? So it's a deep dynasty. We got 10 offense, 9 IDP. And then, so it's like damn near a full roster. And then it's QB premium and tight end premium scoring. But you'll see here the 19 left to go. That's the biggest difference. And Thomas said 10-time PPR league. No, it's just not the regular scoring like whatever shitty league you play in, bro. Just keeping it real. There's actually like some rhyme or reason to the scoring system. I don't let I don't let like platforms like you probably play on ESPN. I don't let platforms like ESPN dictate my scoring system because they don't even know what the fuck they're doing it. They're just making it for the ultra casuals like yourself. And Noah said QJ or Debo. I'm going Debo. And Colin said, we thinking Woody or ETN at the flex. Man, probably Woody, but it's pretty close. John Wick's dog. 17 was the question. Should I trade and get Taylor or keep this team? If you could trade and get Jonathan Taylor, do it. But I don't know how you're going to do it without kind of dismantling that team a little bit. So, like, what's your record and stuff? David, Sutton or Tez? Tez. Yo, Flacco or Purdy? I'm going Flacco. Joey said Troy Franklin or T? I'm going T. Rayanne, I just traded JSN and Devontae for Bijan and Amon Ra. I'm not mad at it. It's a lot for a lot. I would have, wanted to keep one of those guys and somehow trade more players to get those. But yeah, I feel it. Hayden, Judy or Debo? Judy. And Nick, Collins, Barkley, Debo for JJ. No, it's too much. Sam, Purdy or Caleb? I'm going Purdy. G. Daltro, Schultz or Kelsey? Kelsey. Schultz isn't playing the Jags this week. Justin, thoughts on JJ plus Gibbs for CMC and Flowers? I hate it. I like getting CMC, but you're giving up way too much to get him. You're trading like 2 starters for 2 starters, but you would have the worst starter coming back to you. And Jack, should I have Flowers or Gadsden in my flex? I'm leaning Gadsden this week because of the matchup. Colin, Warren or Genty this week? I'm leaning Genty. Both have great matchups. You're talking about the guys who have like the number 1 and 2 matchups, so it's kind of splitting hairs. I want to figure out how to start both if possible. And Tiernan, Kelsey or Otten? Kelsey. Adam, Purdy or Love? Ooh, I'm gonna go Love, but it's close. Actually, I'm gonna go Purdy. And Joey said, should I get Mason and trade K9? It's kind of blah. Jackson, I already answered that. I said Gadsden. And Jabberwaker, what up? How you feel about RJ Harvey? I mean, of course, we like him more now because J.K. Dobbins came out. But, I mean, there's going to be people who are like, oh, yeah, he's a top 12 running back this week, and like it's a bad matchup. He's got a lot of bad matchups coming up, too. So, kind of like it's nice, but it sucks at the same time. And Noah, Machines or Stafford? Who the hell is Machines? I'm just going to say Mahomes, probably. Mahomes or Stafford. I'm leaning Mahomes. Leaning Stafford, sorry. Adam, Purdy or Love, already answered that. Adrian, Kyren or Vidal, going Kyren. Gio, Tracy or DeMarcado? Yuck. I'm going Tracy. Yee said CMC and Jamar for no, man. It's too much, man. It's too much. And hey, shout out to Nico Dobbs. What up, bro? I'm doing good. And he said, who should I pick between Love, Brissett, Goff? I'm leaning Goff. Love would be my number 2 there. It's close, though. Thanks for coming through, bro. And Adam, Calvin Austin or Addison? Addison. Sal, flex Harvey or Gadsden? Gadsden, it ain't even close. Andrew, Chase Brown or T. Higgins in the flex? Leaning T. Geo, Myers or Pitt at the flex? Leaning Pitts. Adam, Calvin Austin or Addison? I already answered this. Said Addison. Seb, Stafford or Goff? Leaning Stafford. And Darcy, I have a long question. In my league, we depend on yardage as it's one yard equals 1 point and TDs equal 6 points. What the fuck? That's crazy. Liam, don't spam, bro. Don't spam. It's like the most annoying thing that you can do. Stop spamming. I'll answer yours in a second when I get to you. Justin, Johnson or Ertz at tight end? If that's Theo Johnson, I'm going Theo. Andrew, Harvey or Shakir? Harvey. I mean, Shakir, like, he sucked, man. I'd rather just take my shot on Harvey. And Joey said Otten or Johnson. If that's Theo, I'm going Theo. Liam, Tet or Troy Franklin? Ooh, this one's tough. I think I'm going Troy Franklin, though. And Nico Dobbs, is Pittman going to remain the number 1 for the Colts, or can Pierce take over? Pierce ain't taking over. It's like teams are going to be working on like holding down Jonathan Taylor as much as they can, and that's what kind of opens things up for Pierce. Gio said, I got Theo and Pitts both starting. Godspeed. And Jabberwocky, what about Ricky P, starter sit? I mean, it really depends on who you have. I mean, I'm down to play him, but who do you got? AZ, would you do Chase Brown and Trey McBride for Jamar Chase? I have Gadsden. I would really just want to keep Trey McBride. Like, I want to get Chase, but like you're giving up big hitters for that, man. And like the way that you win a championship is by stacking these big hitters together. And like you could flex McBride and or Gadsden like every week, and I'm sure be good. So I'm just gonna say no. I mean, it's tough to say that, but and Chris, what is that? Pick True Viz 808. Shout out to the Islands. Hurts or Flacco? I'm leaning Flacco. Nico Dobbs, CMC, better wide receiver for the 49. Yeah, right. Darth, which 2 should I play? JJ, McConkey, or Rice? Man, that's tough, dude. Like, how do you choose between 2 of those 3 guys who I think are like must starts? Gonna say McConkey and JJ. All right, guys, everyone on TikTok, I'm going to be getting out of here soon. Let's spam that like button and I'll answer some questions while we can. Yeah. Shout out to Crispy. Shout out to the Islands. And TJW59 Ertz or Andrews. I'm going Andrews. Tough matchups both ways. Adam, Goddard or Gadsden. Chelly, Williams or Pearsall. I'm going to go. That's Jameson Williams, right? Going JMO. Perkins, Wandale or Tet? Wandale. And SH said AY or Lad. I'm assuming that's AJ or Lad, right? I'll go Lad. Taylor, Purdy or Stafford? Stafford. Perkins, Wandale or Tet? Wandale. They call me Mab. Trade Lad and Aaron Jones for ETN. Probably holding. Seb Bowers for Waddle, Goddard, and Keenan Allen. No. That guy, Baker, Goff, Love. Leaning Goff. No, leaning Baker. Bobby, Tez or BTJ? I mean, BTJ, but you better be paying attention because if BTJ doesn't play, you're gonna have to throw down Tez. Lex, Jalen Warren, or Javonta? Leaning Warren because of the matchup. Big Bando, Laporta, and Ayuk for Rasheed Rice or nah? See how you're like using Laporta as like kind of just, I mean, well, I kind of do want Rasheed Rice, not gonna lie. Especially if it's not tight end premium, I think I would do it. So I was gonna kind of talk shit about how Laporta's um like a throw-in, but like, I don't know, man. We don't know if Ayuk's coming back to like Ayuk form of what he was, you know, before all this happened. Dan, I'm receiving this trade. I'm giving away CD. I'm getting James Cook. I already have Lad. I don't like it. Adam, Tez, or J-Mo? J-Mo. Retum, Swift or Marks? Marks. TJ, Stafford or Hurts? I'm going Stafford. Thanks for the follow, Travis. And Ty, Colorado. Should I start Michael Wilson? Well, who's your other options? Marco, Bolton, Pace, Dean, Brooks. Start one. What? Gonna go N'Kobe Dean, but that one's tough, dude. Only one. What the fuck? Whoever's giving you advice on picking up these IDPs is helping you destroy it. And Nico, my other league, I got Hurts and Baker for a QB. Who would you start? Kind of think Baker has more upside. And Alexis said we dropping Dobbins. Yeah, you probably don't got to keep him. Big Daddy Grumps, Marks or Adunze at the flex. Leaning Adunze, but it's close. Billy, Sutton or Trey Tucker. Man, I'm leaning Sutton, but I don't like either one this week. I'd be trying to hit waivers if you could. Travis, Flacco or Caleb. I'm going Flacco this week. And Flacco's got Higgins and Chase out there. And Matt, JMO or Keenan? Going JMO. And don't forget, after I answer your question on TikTok, leave a little emoji or something just so I know. You know, you guys are out there and real people and not just asking a question and then bouncing in 2 seconds. Adrian, thoughts on this trade? Kyren for Mayfield and Hampton. I mean, that's a super team specific trade. I feel like you got to give me more context because I'd rather just have Kyren. Adam, Swift or Manning guy? I'm leaning Manning guy. Juju 14, Rice, Rico, Gibbs. Man, that one's tough, dude, because I mean, Gibbs and Rice both have tough matchups. I'm gonna say Gibbs. It's tough, dude. And I said I'd start Rice over like 95% of the NFL without thinking. Gibbs made me think and even started him over him. And I don't know the username, but we'll just call you Squiggly Line. Thanks for the follow. Is Laporta droppable? Yeah. Not in the dynasty, obviously, but yes, he is droppable in a redraft season-long league. And guys, I've been live for like 3 hours now, so I'm probably going to be getting out of here soon. But if we get some people throwing some roses, some any kind of emojis, we'll that's what'll keep the show going a little bit longer. Marco, Brian Robinson, or Rodriguez? I'm going Rodriguez. AJ, Josh Jacobs, and Amon Ra for Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson. I want to hold. And AV said projected 403. Yeah, if you see here, 19 still to start. We got 10 offense, 9 IDP. Adrian said that's what I was feeling. Keep Kyren. I need a QB, but Purdy became available. Other QB is Dart. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, especially if it's a single QB, probably going to be someone that you might be able to swoop off of waivers, right? Especially after it gets to the point where like a lot of the big bye weeks are gone. And AV said 19 players. Yes, 10 offense and 9 IDP defensive players. Hey, and shout out to Nick throwing down on the flowers. What up, bro? Yeah, give me my flowers while I'm alive and can smell them, right? Not when I'm dead. And Gavin Sports Cards, no need to spam, bro. Don't worry, I'll get to you. Just no need to spam. But we're going Nick first because he just threw down the roses. And he said he needs one. Walker, Spears, DeMarcado, Tucker. I'm leaning Walker, but I mean, that's tough. And shout out to Adrian who just threw down you the man. Gavin said start Warren or Marks. I'm going Warren this week, bro. And yeah, Adrian, you the shit. Appreciate you, my brother. And Crispy said, make you hungry. Oh, sent you a picture to make you hungry. Oh, bro, what the fuck? Where'd you go? Dude, what is that? Crispy, what the fuck is that? Is that bacon wrapped chicken wings? Bro, is that bacon wrapped chicken wings? Because if so, that's definitely some stoner shit, and I'm all for it. Hey, Mitchell, hey, sent the 5-finger heart. This is one of the... Yeah. Did Mitchell have a question? Andrews or Schultz? I'm going Andrews. It's tough, but like Schultz has a really tough matchup this week too. Not like last week when he played the Jags. And Adrian said, you think Jacoby will be a wide receiver 1 soon? Will he have better upside with the Jags? Well, he's going to way better upside than he had with the Raiders for sure. I mean, you could already see it in game 1. At least they were moving the ball, more options, you know. So is he going to be is he going to be a wide receiver 1, like top 12? Probably not, but I bet you he will be somewhere just nestled in nicely as a wide receiver 2 in like the top 24. And Gavin Sports, Pickens, Igbuka, Devontae start 2. I'm starting Devontae and Igbuka. Yeah, fuck Pickens. He's the odd man out there. And Mitchell, Andrews or Ferguson? I'm going Ferguson. You're talking Cowboys Ferguson, right? Mr. Jake the Snake Ferguson. User 129, Andrews or Otten this week? It's a really tough matchup for both guys, and I think I'm going Andrews. Sebastian, you think McLaughlin will be a good pickup with Dobbins on IR situation? Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, like I wouldn't want to start him, but yeah, as a speculative ad, for sure. Someone who'd be kind of like on the end of your bench. Yeah. Would Mitchell said I am, but Pickens and Lamb. That don't matter. Like if anybody, like Pickens, like should like is the guy you shouldn't be starting. Because I would start Lamb and Fergie without thinking in most cases. And Adrian said, hopefully he builds more chemistry with Trevor and even play for the fantasy playoffs receiver course then. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they already got a little bit. Crispy jalapeno, cream cheese, wrapped in bacon. Okay. Armadillo egg in Texas. Okay, nice. I like it. And Brian said, I don't mean to be that guy, but the 103 league dude's joking about tanking. Still has all his good players on the bench. Was that the situation that we had yesterday? And what? Do me a favor, Brian. If you could text me so I don't forget. I'm going to be getting off the show here pretty soon. But if you could text me, I'd really appreciate it. Just let me know the manager. But yeah, I'll be over there and. I'll let him know to fix it. I'm not going to make a big stink like in the chat. And hopefully it just is a joke about him acting like that. Hopefully it just is him joking about it. And Adrian throwing the finger heart. There we go. That's the Sammy, right? And Marco Nelson, Trenton Simpson or Herbig. Drop anyone to promote Gray from the taxi squad. Not Herbig because Alex Highsmith is out. So I expect some good things from Herbig this week. Yeah, probably Nelson, but I don't know. You probably don't even have to. All right. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, because I don't want to forget. I'll probably be done here in like next 15 or 20 minutes. Because we've been on for like 3 hours, but man, it's been a popular live stream. And Mitchell, what up, bro? Pickens or Sutton? I'm going Pickens. I would be too because I'm really not excited about Sutton this week. I'm really not. And so I'll shoot you a follow. Love from Texas. Hell yeah, bro. Thanks for the follow. I'm always live on Saturday. I'm usually live twice a day. Brian, Jake Ferguson or RJ Harvey in tight end premium. I'm leaning Jake. Brody, Addison or Tet? Leaning Addison, but it's close. And we got a bunch of people still on TikTok. I appreciate it. Let's spam the like. Can we get us to 15K likes before I get out of here? Can we get there? And Simon, Jennings, Dubs, Harvey. I think I'm leaning Harvey. And Jay Jones, Wilson or Trey Tucker? I'm going Wilson. And we're about to do some gardening right here, everybody. So if you're amongst the gardening crew, throw in a smoke emoji, throw in a tree emoji, so I know where the 420 people, so I know where the 420 crew is at. And George, lives. First 5 people that messaged me with the word faith. Hey, dude, we're doing so good, and we got bots coming through. I like it. And Rage Bait, give me 2 random NFL teams. The Houston Oilers and the Indianapolis Titans, right? Was that what they were first before they moved to Tennessee? And the San Diego Chargers. There we go. You said random, so we're trying to go extra random for Rage Bait. And yeah, let's smoke it up, Brian. Let's get it, bro. Yes, it's about that time. All right, so TikTok people, you won't see me on the screen, but I'm right here. We're just doing a little bit of gardening. You'll hear the coughing. Don't worry, everything is okay and going to plan. And Slummy, Tyrone Tracy, and Sean Tucker rest of the season. I mean, dude, like this answer could change for me literally every week. I'll say I'm gonna say Tracy and Marcus Sutton or Ricky P. I'm going Ricky P, baby. J Ray Sutton Watson or Parker Washington for the flex. Leaning Parker Washington. Yep, stranger. Oh, that's what it was. Houston Oilers became the Titans. What was the team? A Baltimore Colts. That's what it was. I had it the other way around. Yeah, it was the Baltimore Colts, right? That went to that moved to Indianapolis. Shout out to Jay Ray for the follow. Everybody who's just joining on TikTok, I'm off screen because I'm doing a little bit of gardening, but I'm still trying to answer questions. Don't spam the chat because there's so many questions that are coming through, but I'm doing my best. And Marco said Tennessee Oilers, my favorite team. Buff Daddy. Oh man, you already know it. All right, let's see. Shout out to Harib who followed. Let me see. Joe, Dacker, Flacco, Marcus, Sutton or Tez, Junior Lopez, Vidal or Harvey at my flex. Leaning Harvey. Federico Ferguson or Muth for tight end. If it's Jake Ferguson, I'm going Jake. Gonzo, Vidal or Kyren, leaning Kyren. And Nick said to spam the chat mean not making comments and not questions. No, well, when I say spamming the chat, it means don't put your question in like 20 times in a row. Like that's what people like, that's what when I say spamming, I mean it like that. Because it's so hard to keep up. But it's almost impossible to answer 100% of questions. So for anybody who follows just in the future, like the people who spam like crazy, like I answer other people's questions first. So you don't want to do that. You want to just ask your question. And if I don't answer in like a minute or two, you throw it in again, Yeah, there we go. Yeah, strangers. Yes, Baltimore moved to Indy and Cleveland moved to Baltimore. Okay. He said, how bad must it have been in Cleveland that Baltimore is the greener grass? That's fucking hilarious. And Marco said, you need some mods on TikTok. I definitely do need mods on TikTok. It's kind of tough because, the 420 YouTube crew is not really too much on TikTok. But yes, I really do need mods on TikTok. Yes. And Adrian said, thanks for the tips, man. Have a great day. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming through. And thanks for throwing down some of the coins on the different things you threw down, bro. It's much appreciated. And for Rasheed Rice or Nico, man, that's tough. I'm going to say Rice, but man, I want to start both Nico and Rice. Who else do you have that you can't start both? And hey, No Limit Soldier in the house. Aaron Jones or Flowers? I'm going Jones, but it's close. And Superfan said 25 mile per hour winds and light chance of rain in Cleveland tomorrow. Well, let's see if it actually got up to 25 mile per hour winds. Or at least because it could be projected like that right now. Yeah, the weather right now, 24 mile per hour winds. So, we'll see. Things could change tomorrow if the weather gets like really crazy. That's why everybody needs to come through on Sunday morning always. I'll be live 2 hours before the main slate of games start. And first at Ibuka or Puka, going Puka. Puka, it doesn't matter. Matchup, nothing. It's always Puka. Zeb is Michael Wilson, PPR startable. Well, it depends on who you have, but I mean, in kind of desperate, situations, yes, for sure. And Gant, Aaron Rodgers or Brissett, Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how to say that. Cora something, Lad or T. Ooh, I'm going Lad, but it's close. And Ferg, Buka, and Puka is the other ones out. Okay, yeah, Puka. Oh, those are the other those are the other wide receivers you have. Okay. Understandable. Dan, Junior Lopez or Federico. What? I don't know. Z Myers, Judy, Myers, Franklin, Shaheed. Am I just picking one? If so, I think I'm going Myers. Ryan, Rice or Waddle? Rice, but it's close. Xfinity, Rashad, White or Rice? I'm leaning Rice, but it's close. KR, Addison or Rome? Leaning Rome, but it's close. Dondra Brown. Do I go Nico and Harvey for Henry and Higgins? I'm going to say no. Scott. Scotty don't. Invixity, did you hear my answer? I said Rice. Darks traded Cook and AJ Brown for JMO and Bijan. Redraft thoughts. So I feel like I like it because of Laporta going out now. And, JMO gets a little bump up because of that. And shout out to Brad Stock. Yeah. Throwing down on those roses. Appreciate you. In RB2 hell. Oh, man. Aren't we all, bro? Sean Tucker, Hunt, or Manning guy. Ooh, yes. That's RB hell if I've ever seen it. I would say I'm going to go Manning guy. Shout out to Dan for throwing those golden boxing gloves. We're doing some what's it called? And Jay Noon, don't spam the chat with the question over and over. I'm reading everybody one by one, so don't ruin it for everyone by making the chat go crazy high. Dan lost Laporta, Schultz, Otner, Theo. I'm going Theo this week out of those guys. Gonzo, Adams, or Devonta. I'm going Adams. Lamar, Stafford for Gonzo. I'm going Stafford. Jay Noon, Ertz, or Jennings. Oh man, I'm going Jennings because I really don't like I really don't like Ertz this week. And hey, shout out to Nick. Yeah, throwing the roses, you the man. And look at that, Nick became the new title gifter of the rose. Let's go. And did you have a question, Nick? If so, just throw it in again. Oh, Kittle or Gadsden? Gadsden, baby. Gadsden's my number one tight end for the week this week. I mean, look at what Schultz did against the Jaguars last week. You can go back and look at what every tight end's been doing against the Jaguars. But yeah, even for Maxwell, Gadsden or Bowers, I'm going Gadsden, bro. The only one that I would really almost question starting over Gadsden would be McBride. But if I had both of them, I'd just be playing both. And Lathan, Tet, or Vidal? I'll go Vidal. Alejandro, Kelsey, or Ferguson? I'm going Fergie with the matchups. I do think that Kelsey does decent even in a bad matchup, though, because they're coming off the bye. Matt C., Wandale, or Chase Brown in the flex? Ooh, I feel like Chase Brown's a little safer, but I do like the upside of Wandale. So I feel like if you're the underdog, I'm going Wandale. If it's like even matchup or you're the favorite, I'm playing it safer with Chase Brown. Isaac, do I start Tet? I got Parker Washington and Lockett. I would start Parker Washington over Tet. And Gotcho, Allen, or Metcalf or Shaheed? I'm going Metcalf. Oh, Shakir and Austin in there also. I'm going Metcalf. Eric, Tet, or Fryermuth? I think I'm taking the upside of Fryermuth here. I mean, it's going to be shaky, but Marco said the sports world in the States would look kind of interesting if you revoke every location that was ever made. Right? Right? That'd be funny. Like if you are you saying like if you got rid of a team, like they could never come back? Interesting, right? I mean, I know Minneapolis, they got rid of the Lakers. The Minneapolis Lakers moved to Los Angeles where they have no lakes. Anybody know where that quote is from? And Liam, do I start Jackson or Herbert? I'm going Herbert. Oliver, flex BTJ, Kelsey, Shaheed, or Troy Franklin. Leaning Kelsey. Chases Shakir, Judy. Ooh, I'm going Judy, but yeah, it sucks. We'll call you Pluto. Addison, Shakir, AJ, or Jennings. I'm going AJ Brown. Antonio, Otten, Schultz, Theo. Caleb, Barkley or Marks? Barkley. Brandon, Rogers or Love? Rogers. Matt, Rasheed Rice or Tez this week? Rice. Woozy, Waddle or Rice? Rice. Caitlin, Knicks or Brissett? Oh, man. I'm going to say Brissett, but that's tough. Charlie, what to do with Laporte on 4 and 6? He went on the IR, bro. Like, I mean, he's droppable, especially if you're 4 and 6 and you like need to win. Like, he's not doing anything to help you unless you can throw him on the IR. Anthony, Bijan or Rico? I'm going Bijan. Matt, Rasheed Rice or Tez Rice. Brian, AJ, Devontae, Woody, Wandale, leaning Wandale. And I've been live for like almost 4 hours TikTok, but TikTok's blowing up right now, so that's why we're staying live. But let's leave some roses or like something. Keep me going here. Really need someone to step it up with the Galaxy. Like, dude, I've answered just today, I've answered more questions than whoever your favorite fantasy football analyst has answered in the entire week just on this one stream. I can guarantee it. Frizzell, Shaheed or Jacoby. Crispy, Lockett or Sutton. Man, it's crazy that I'm actually wanting Lockett more than Sutton. I'm so nervous about Sutton this week. And Easy Muns, Chase Brown or Jennings? Chase Brown. Butterburger Boys, start 2, non-PPR, Amon Ra, Tracy Vidal, London. I'm going to say Amon Ra and London, but if London doesn't play, Vidal would be next man up. Nicole, I have McBride. Would you flex Gadsden over Addison in a New York minute? In a New York minute, I would. Yeah, if you have McBride and Gadsden on the team, I mentioned this a little bit before. I'm figuring out how to play both of them this week, no matter what. Marco, Herbert or Stafford? Going Stafford. And let's see, Nicole, Christian, Tet or Sutton. I'll go Sutton because I'm really not feeling Tet this week. Yeah, same answer, Crispy. Brian said last one, I got RJ Harvey or Woody Marks. Man, I said RJ Harvey a little bit earlier, and man, it's really tough to just bench like Woody, you know, like he's got such a great matchup. I think I am. Okay. And let's see. Romero, thanks for the follow. Baker, Flacco, or Dak? I'm leaning Flacco. Make sure you come back tomorrow though, because if the weather gets worse, it might change my decision a little bit. No, ETN or Judkins. Leaning Judkins. Brendan, Chase Brown or Judkins? Leaning Chase Brown, but it's close. Brandon, pick one for the flex. Sutton, Fergie, Hunt, DeMarcado. If Bam doesn't start. Which Fergie? Jake Ferguson? If so, him. Jared, T or Devonta? T, but it's close. Thanks for the follow, Nicole. Thanks for the follow, Tanner. Waddle, Dowdle, Genty, and Bijan for Tanner. Who to start? Like, you're just picking one? Like, if you're just picking one, I'm picking Genty. But, yeah, man, I feel like I want to start more of these guys. And Cool Baby, Hurts or Knicks? Hurts. Rick Judkins or Jacobs. And Jared start T or Devonta. T, but it's close. All right. I think it's about that time, everybody. I think it's about that time. And Tootin Hubbard Mostert. That's so ugly. I'll go Hubbard, but yeah, it's so ugly. And Marcos, Barton, Davis, or Barton, James, White, Queen, start 2. Going Queen and White.
She's a killer queen.
All right. YouTube. Appreciate you. We're putting on the Karlaftis, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams sit 1. I'll sit Dexter. All right, here we go. We're going to roll the credits, play the 420 Hustler song.
Yeah.
There we go. Appreciate you guys. And
let that bud choke it. Drop a super
is that locked, Loki? Lamb T. Jefferson.
We roast your line up straight out of Vegas.
Yeah, I'm just keeping Lamb and T unless you really need to run it back.
Roll that blunt. Like that screen, it's the 420 crew.
R.Y. Vidal or Pearsall to flex Pearsall. Nick said thanks, dude. Good luck tomorrow. And I'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you guys come through 8 a.m. West Coast time, 11 a.m. Eastern, 2 hours before the main set of games kick off. D-Money, Lamar, Hurts. Cool Baby, Jay Williams, Washington, Franklin, Williams. Say what? Allen or Herbert? Going Herbert. User 667. Kelsey or Mark Andrews? I'm going Kelsey. Yeah.
It's the 420 Hustler, motherfuck the rest. IDP rankings, Zach Bond the best. Linebacker point sacks, tackles for loss. We count every stat while we chief and we ball.
Of course, it goes so hard. Jonathan, Parker, Washington, or Worthy? Parker. Chase, Gadsden, or Bowers? Gadsden.
Sunday watch parties, game day.
Yeah. Peace out, YouTube. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Well, actually, we'll catch you in a few hours here, maybe 6:30 or so. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.